And we're live. So I'll wait for the thing to pop up on my phone, and then I can punt the link to you.
Sounds good.
And I'll do a proper introduction in due course, in a minute or so.
Okay.
Well, it's really good to have you.
Yeah. I'm just gonna open up the game, I guess. Oh, I guess we can't be in the lobby until they've started the game. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because otherwise
Okay.
it kind of screws up the lobby a little bit. But as soon as we see it go to mesmerize, where we can just go then. But if they need a couple of extra minutes, that doesn't really matter because people, it'll give people time to join the live stream. If people are watching this back post game, they can just skip ahead. So.
Sure. Okay. Well, I'll just wait for the word to hop into the lobby. But...
Yeah, not up yet, but that's okay. All right. Okay, so it's live on my YouTube. That's good. So I can punt the link into the. If I just pop into the group Discord, you'll see it there.
Okay.
You can share it, or I can share it to you directly. It won't take too much time. Philly, there you are. There you go. There's the link.
Thank you. Just getting that open on my phone. A lot of equipment to keep track of in this setup. Live chat on my phone. Got the multiple windows on the laptop.
I really can't wait to have like double monitor set up again at some point. Make life much easier.
That will help quite a bit. Yeah, well, I could. I have my home office upstairs, but I prefer to be on the couch where it's comfortable for this.
Yeah, so you're not playing, so you don't need to concentrate 100%, right?
Absolutely. I'm not going to be counting cards or tracking events used, anything like that for this.
No,
this
me neither. I have realized though that I'm now becoming rusty because I've been commentating for so long where I'm not fully paying. I am fully paying, but I'm having to watch the stream and I'm just trying to relax to watch. I'm actually finding that when I'm playing, I'm not playing as well anymore. Hey, Mettking, calling in the fan club. Get them in here. Oh, hey, Worm Talon. Yeah, double monitors are awesome. I actually had a triple monitor set up when I was studying. Sport myself.
Oh, you know what? I don't know if I'm going to be able to see this. Do you know if there's a way to see the live chat when you're viewing the stream on mobile?
Yep. Yeah. If you just go into where you got like the stream, where you normally go into the comments section, right now it'll say live chat. So if you just click live chat, and then a new window will pop up. So you have the game in the top part, and then underneath you got the live chat. It'll just update automatically.
Let's see. I'm not sure how this is laid out.
Hey, Mettking fan club. Right now, Mettking, get out of here. You should be watching this. Hello, Mettking fan club. Great to have you here. Well, Mettking fan club, it looks like at this rate, you're going to have to suffer through some more Mettking games at this point. Unless I've done all my calculations incorrectly, Mettking's in the final league. Randiv says 5 minutes. That's fine. We can just sit here and chat and talk to Philly in the meantime.
Well, let's. Sorry, I'm just still trying to work out how I can get the live chat to show on mobile. I'm sort of viewing it in Discord. Maybe if I open it in my actual Firefox browser on my phone.
Okay. I don't know how it works then for Mac. But I just do.
Yeah.
If I go into like the YouTube application.
Oh, see, that's the thing is I'm just viewing it on web, so maybe I do need the YouTube app. Well, that's fine. I'll leave it to you to call out any comments from the live chat that are worth remarking on, and I'll just keep things simple and focus on my laptop and the chat here.
Yeah, look at that. The Mettking fan club convinced him to take part in the tournament, and now he's in the final league. Look at that. Look at that. Decision justified.
How many members does this fan club have? Have they grown in number with his increasing glory?
Well, clearly, by the looks of it. I don't know. I think there's definitely. Well, I mean, Wormtown's been tuning in. I think there's probably 3 other people.
Oh, wow.
On 2 different accounts, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mettking fan club says in YouTube on an iPad you can watch along. I think watching along is fine. Just trying to see the live chat. But you should be able to, if you open up like in the YouTube app like normally, you'll have like the screen, and normally then underneath where you've got all the comments would be if there's like a VOD or a VOD, then there you'll have the live chat right now.
Okay, I think the issue must be that I don't have the YouTube app, which I suppose maybe I'll see if I can get that downloaded while we have this downtime. But
depends if some of us are working. Yeah, that's understandable. If you're all busy doing other things, that is perfectly understandable. But you can check in afterwards, right? That's the cool thing about it. These live streams are still available on the channel after the fact. So if you miss one, doesn't matter, you can watch it anyway. There's a playlist on my channel of all the games from the League of Dracula that I've recorded and Mettking's recorded, and Strider and Gyro. Try and get Philly into recording at some point.
Well, I think I'll just dip my toes in a bit with this commentating session, but I suppose if the software is free, then I could always experiment with commentating, sort of narrating one of my own games, but won't be doing that in the tournament. All my focus is absolutely necessary to make sure I don't lose horribly.
Yeah, that's right, Mettking. If Randiv wins, all of the group tie with 3 wins, 3 losses, which is pretty ridiculous. But that's what I expected to happen in the second stage. I expected it to be incredibly close. I did not expect a jbphilly run away with the group with 6 wins out of 6.
Neither did I.
It's all been very exciting. Yeah, so everybody who's watching, co-commentator is jbphilly, who is one of the other competitors in the League of Dracula, and jbphilly was in the second stage, but has just absolutely bossed it, and will be in the final league as well, after winning all 6 second stage games. Very, very impressive stuff.
Yeah, it's been I can't believe how well it's kept on going. But yeah, pleased to be here. I think, as I was saying to you, Scott Sword, before we started the live stream, I don't think that I'm going to be having a record like that in the finals. I'm pretty pretty frightened of what I'm up against. But
finals are really hard.
Oh, it's gonna be a bloodbath. I mean, if I can squeak out without being in last place, I'll be pleased with myself.
But it's not last place, right? Because it's the final 6. You're the 6 best players in the community. So
sixth out of 6. Anything above that, I'll consider a major win.
Obviously, if there's in the next League of Dracula, next year, if you compete, then obviously you'll get preferential seeding and stuff. So
well, that's very nice. Yeah, nice to have the glory, I guess, of having gotten this far. But yeah, don't want to get anybody's expectations too high for what's coming next. jbphilly brought a broom with him.
Yeah. Oh, you can see the comments now. Nice. Okay, that's great.
Yeah, I've got the YouTube app up and running, so it's
sweet. Hello, people. Designed. People in the chat, say hi if you're joining. Don't be shy. I'm here with jbphilly. I've already had a Rager win. I'm here. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? It depends on your expectations before the tournament. I was the same last year. I just wanted to get out of my first stage group. And then the fact that I went really well, I was like, maybe I've got a chance here. But yeah, the final stage is mental. It's going to be, well, for us it was 14, but this one's a little bit shorter, but 10 super intense games. If you think the second stage was tough, it's just going to be 10 really close games.
It's going to be so tough. I mean, I think that Mettking is the player if that's how we're pronouncing his name, is the player that I've played the most games against, because as you all know, of course, he's been requesting tons of games over the summer, and I've been doing a fair number myself. So I've played against him quite a lot, and like I was saying to you before we started recording, my win rate against him is not very good. Just him alone being in there makes it pretty tough for me. And then of course we've got these other 4 excellent players as well. So it's gonna be a close one, and I'm very much looking forward to watching the games that I'm not in. It'll be less stressful than the ones I am in. So
if it makes you feel any better, I had the same thing with Mr. Green. Before going into the league, I used to play a lot against Mr. Green just because at that time he was always available, and so was I, and because we're in both in Europe, we had, very similar schedules and things. So before the League of Dracula last year, I was exactly the same. I was like, I can't beat Mr. Green, this is going to be impossible. And then I went 2-0 against him. So, there were incredibly close games, which you'd expect for the final league. But I think you've also got to factor in as well the whole thing with, like, mentality and, really good players might just crack under pressure. And we've already seen that this league anyway.
It's true, yeah. A lot of the old-time high-level players have been knocked out, and not because they played poorly.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think that's the thing. Like, once the skill level becomes so close, it almost comes down to just almost like a game of mentality and like mental stamina rather than skill, because you're all 6 very skilled players, obviously, to get to that stage. So. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's right. Just maintaining the mental focus for me is the toughest part. It's just it's just a challenge to stay in that state of mind where you can really keep thinking through all the branching possibilities and thinking ahead of everything. It's very taxing, and I think that's part of why some very good players sometimes can be inconsistent, because it's just, even if you are very good, you do the game very well, it's just very difficult to maintain that level of focus. And if you're distracted by something else in life, or if you're just tired, you just might not be able to muster that kind of mental energy. I know that happens to me quite a lot, and sometimes in tournament games as well.
Absolutely. And then also with the fact it is a world championship, we've got time differences we have to work around, right? So
yeah, I was just going to say, I think that it's probably been tough for some of the players further east in Europe to have some games. Like, I know I played a game against Edward that must have been, I don't even know what time it must have been in Odessa, but I think unless you're an extreme night owl, it's going to be tough to be on that top mental game when you're tired, it's late at night, it's past your bedtime. So I do wonder if that's actually a bit of an advantage for the Americans in some cases, just the time zones.
Possibly, very possibly. Well, the game started, so we can quickly hop in.
Okay.
Local rumors in Madrid didn't show us anything. I'll do formal intro, just so now we're underway. Hopefully Mettking has left the chat. People in the live stream, feel free to say hello, let us know who you're rooting for, all that good stuff. Don't be shy, we'll read out your comments. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another game from the League of Dracula. This is I think the final match that's going to be played from the second stage of this year's tournament. A match between Randiv playing as the Hunters and Mettking playing as Dracula. This is Group 1 of the second stage, and alongside me in the commentary booth we've got one of the other competitors from the League of Dracula, jbphilly. Hello, Philly.
Hello, Scott Sword. Hello, audience. Yeah, thanks for having me on the channel. It's fun to be commentating a game for once in the low stress situation of just watching it play out and not having to worry about getting defeated or knocked out of the tournament.
Absolutely, yeah. That was the thing with me this tournament. It's like, all right, I've suffered enough for the last 2 tournaments. Everyone else, I can just watch everybody else suffer. So anybody who doesn't know, jbphilly has confirmed, I think, very well done in the second stage, winning all 6 games. Your place in the final league's confirmed, so very well done for that. We'll look forward to seeing you in the final stage. And you had a very tough first stage group as well. You got Edward Scissorhands and Mr. Green to contend with.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah, very well done to get out of that. Hello everybody in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I would like to, be able to really amp this game up with lots of jeopardy, but unfortunately there isn't any. I know some people in the Discord might not know, but it's just, organizer's privilege. I can dip into the files behind the scenes and let you know what's going on. So, because of the result of the match between Randiv and Mr. Green earlier today, Mettking has guaranteed his place in the final league. So this is more for show and for completion's sake. However, there is something quite cool that can happen here. If Randiv does win, all the players in this group will finish on 3 wins and 3 losses. It'll be IDS that separates them. But yeah, the IDS difference between Mettking and Randiv is just too great. So even if Randiv wins with maximum IDS, he just cannot win. But obviously for pride, Randiv will want to win. And obviously then, Mettking, to try and get the momentum into the final league, will want to win as well.
Yeah, and I think any players that have gotten this far in the tournament are going to give it their best effort just for the love of the game. whether or not the stakes are high.
Mm-hmm.
And I think well, there's certainly there's a matter of pride, I think, for Randiv just to be able to say that he's notched a win against the guy who ended up moving on. I think a little bit of an ego boost there.
That is very, very true. Yes, and also the fact he didn't get the better of Mr. Green earlier today. He'll want to sort of rectify that somewhat.
Prove himself, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. But Randiv's done very well to get through to this stage. So yeah,
I've never played against Randiv. It's funny. Back well before I discovered the digital edition, I would see his posts on the Board Game Geek forums answering rules questions and so forth. So he seems like a pretty long time dedicated Dracula player. But I've actually never had the pleasure of playing against him in digital.
Yeah, he was actually involved with the 4th edition in terms of rewriting some of the rules and whatnot.
Oh wow, okay. So we have him to thank for some of those clarifications and.
Absolutely. But nice. Given the nature of the game, there's just so many things which are still unclarified, unfortunately.
Well, in the digital edition, I think even more so. There were some kind of translation errors or questionable interpretations, I think, that he may not have been part of.
That's not the best Dracula hand you ever see, but then Behind the Veil might be helping out Dracula here. 2 Saboteurs, I think there's 2 mobs and a Walls.
Yeah, that's almost as Dracula, you're very happy to see that because it just gets you close to your good cards, and most of those encounters you were just going to lair anyhow.
Mm-hmm. Walls and mobs can be quite impactful if you can get a low health hunters with them. But
for sure, and in the right context, any of those cards can be excellent. But you typically, as Dracula, you want your vampires, you want your fogs, you want your bats.
Oh, interesting. Just discarded the Saboteur. Fascinating.
I have done some thinking about this actually. As Dracula, I almost wonder whether, I mean, you can kind of go a couple of different ways in your early trail. Maybe you want to lay down a lot of things that are going to damage the hunters, just kind of knock them down to lower health so that, they have to spend time healing. They're not quite as capable of jumping on you if they were to find you. But I think there actually is a lot of value in putting down delaying encounters in some cases. Just, saboteurs, bats, things like that, just really keeping them behind and giving those encounters more of a chance to mature. Kind of, again, just keeping them further behind your trail. So saboteurs, I think are, again, they are one of the weaker cards. Typically, they're one that I tend to throw away or lair, but they have their place and they can be quite helpful, I think, in the right situation.
Mm-hmm.
That said, I don't know if that's the one I would have chosen to throw out here, but who knows?
It's very. But then the potential, the potential delay of a day action could be pretty impactful, especially if the Huns are surrounding Dracula. He knows that Huns are delayed; they won't be able to jump on him. So yeah, again, in right situation, every card is strong. It's just have to hedge your bets and based on of the course of like 100,000 games that we've all played, what is typically the strongest. Yeah
absolutely. So now no rumors on the trail, and since his hand was full of relative junk cards, makes you wonder if he's thrown down a couple of vampires, maybe a couple of hoaxes, or if he really has just had a bad run of cards at the start.
Yeah, that's right. Makaja. Yeah, if Randiv wins, everyone will have 3 wins. Which is pretty mental. Yeah, that's pretty mental. Oh yeah, just to let you know, if there's problems with the audio, if mine and jbphilly's audios are not balanced very well, just let me know and I can adjust it in here. Obviously because there's a 30-second delay, so the chat might be able to answer comments before I do, because by the time I see the comment and answer, 30 seconds will have passed, at least. No misdirect either. This is very interesting. Mr. Green did the same thing earlier. I don't know if we're seeing a shifting meta now, where
I think we might be. I've been seeing a lot more folks not misdirecting that first card, and hoping to. I mean, at worst case, I suppose it's. Ooh, here comes Aggie, top tier ally.
Well.
No, I am personally I'm Team Aggie. I'm a huge fan of her. I just think that the power she brings to a combat against Dracula is so immense. I mean, Dracula's just so hobbled by Agatha's presence when she's in play. So I just love her as hunters.
I think if the meta starts shifting in towards Dracula players who are, Dracula players who are way more aggressive, they want to encourage a fight. Not that they're literally jumping on into hunter spaces, but they're almost revealing their location to hunters and say, "Oh yeah, come and get me then." But I've got 2 encounters to protect me and so on. Then, if you're trying to encourage more 1v1, 2v1 fights, then Aggie definitely gets stronger. As a hunter perspective, I view Aggie as if I'm trying to get 3 hunters onto Dracula to kill him just in one combat, Aggie's not really going to help with that. But I agree,
true.
If the game shifts into this direction where hunters cannot get these optimal situations, then yeah, Aggie is going to help out a lot.
Yeah, I think the hot take that I threw out in some live chat or other was that Agatha is almost the equivalent of having an extra hunter in combat in terms of just the power that she brings. And I still, again, it is a hot take, but I still kind of stand by that. I think the effect is pretty strong. Think about a 1v1 where suddenly Dracula is, suffering from escaping. He kind of can't really use fangs to its full effect. And if he just happens to draw a hand with a lot of escapes or fangs in it, I mean, then his options are so narrowed.
Very hamstrung, yeah. Makajek really likes your voice, jbphilly.
Well, thank you. Apparently, I stole his spot in this commentary booth, so he's gonna have his revenge on me in the finals, of course, by crushing me in front of the whole world.
But yeah, that's right, Makajek. What 1v1 and 2v1 fights never happen. No, absolutely not. No, I don't know what. Yeah, absolutely.
Ideally, for hunters, they don't, but.
Yeah, I agree with Worm Talent. I prefer punishing C movement. That's just me, because it's just such an easy way for Dracula to get out of situations. But if he's taking double damage for it, after the initial move, then it really then limits. And then Dracula's even weaker for when you jump on him later. He might force Dracula to heal, or feed rather, in a situation where he then makes himself more vulnerable to be caught. But obviously, if I got surprising return, and it's, I'll bring Aggie back for the fight. But
of course, yeah. And it's true. It's totally situational, of course. I don't know. If I had to only pick one ally to draw, I feel like I'm erring on the side of Aggie. I just love, again, it kind of gives you that liberty too to sort of, if you need to send a hunter into a risky spot, it just gives you that confidence to, okay, even if I land on Dracula, even if I can't bring as much backup as I would like to, well, I've got Aggie. He's gonna have trouble escaping. He's gonna be afraid to use fangs and just yeah, it's a nice boost.
I like the strength of Aggie. You have Rufus in play permanently, so it makes Dracula very wary of C movement, and then the minute you jump on him, then you play a surprise return to get Aggie back. Like, it's the element of surprise to get Aggie, and then something like Dracula's like, oh no, now I'm going to do with Aggie.
Yeah, although, again, in digital, it does sort of... It's impossible to fully surprise Dracula if they're paying attention, because the surprising return will show at dusk, and there's almost no other card that does that, so they'll sort of... If they're paying attention, they should know that she's waiting, but actually no, I suppose, well, no, there's no way that Agatha ends up in the discard pile without having been seen. I don't think anybody's gonna discard her from, or I don't know how that would even happen.
Still no newspapers yet. It would have triggered otherwise.
This is paying off.
Look at that. Wormtime said Harker, and look, here comes Harker. Now what do you do?
Oh, he's keeping... I wonder if he's got a surprising return in hand already, because to throw away... I mean, that's a painful choice to throw away Agatha in favor of Harker, but at this point, yeah, if you're not drawing newspapers, you might feel like you need it, and then just hope for a surprising return to come along.
Absolutely. It'd feel pretty bad now if he suddenly... If there's no surprising return, and then Randiv draws a newspaper right now.
Yeah. But I respect the choice, though. I think that you've got to find the trail. Particularly because we don't know what's on there. We saw that the hand was pretty poor quality by I think the second move. So that means the first 2 cards may well have been like a hoax and a vampire or something nasty like that. So you want to catch those.
The question is, will Mettking misdirect... Oh, moving already. Will Mettking misdirect this last location now to make Harker ineffective for 1 day longer? Maybe you do that. Oh yeah, I just noticed, like, he started Seward and Godalming together. But then now separated them. This is very interesting.
That is actually, I was so busy debating the merits of Agatha that I didn't even notice that move.
Anything wacky in discard pile? 1 stake. And 2 holy bullets. Sorry, Gyro.
A rifle. That's probably from Godalming picking up too many good things.
And 2 dogs. Sorry, Philly. I know you do like the dogs.
I love a dog. I love a good dog. Really, I mean, the ideal hand is for... How many dogs are there? 3 or 4?
4. 4.
4. Oh, well, really, I mean, the ideal hunter is John Seward with a handful of 4 dogs. But can't usually make that happen.
Perfect.
Seward, Agatha, and 4 dogs. Unstoppable.
Absolutely.
Wuketchik is wondering about the reasoning behind this early movement.
Oh,
whether
Mettking is Dracula. Wuketchik. Randiv is hunters here.
Yeah, but I suppose the question is, whether Randiv is sort of betting on a Central Europe start and hoping.
Possibly.
Oh, there's the misdirect.
There is the misdirect. Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good move there. It's really punishing that choice to take Jonathan over Agatha, and potentially punishing those movements where he's missed out on some day supplies. You know, it's the end of week 1 almost, and he's at 57 cards still in the deck, in the event deck, so he hasn't been supplying as much as he might like to. And now the early wolf form, I guess he's getting confident that he won't need it in the too near future.
Yeah, I agree, because of the misdirect. Oh, interesting. Wolf forms now. Ah, right, so maybe it's holding the misdirect to then try and misdirect the location before the wolf form, but now can't do it because of Harker.
Yeah, I think...
Interesting.
Which, yeah, that's a pretty nasty move, is to misdirect the spot just before a wolf form.
No, it's not a newspaper, but he's got a prompt. Hey, Strider.
Wonder if that's a surprising return. No. If it was, we would have seen it at dusk. Although we might not have been paying attention.
Hey! Banter in the chat. Yo.
Yo.
And this is funny, because Mettking was complaining a lot in the first stage how he just couldn't get a newspaper to save his life. And that's now a couple of Dracula games in a row where his opponent has not had newspaper.
It goes both ways. I had a lot of games, really, almost all friendly games, I think, but just game after game after game in the last couple of weeks where I just could not get a news. I think it was at least 6 games where I never drew a newspaper at a time that it was helpful. So never in the first week, and then, when I drew them later, it was just, okay, another movement. He's really gambling on Dracula being in Central Europe. Oh,
wow. If this is an Eastern start, this is going to be nuts. Because he ruled out Amsterdam and Nantes with a hired scout, so I'm surprised he's moving like this.
Is he thinking that it's like a Marseille start, or?
Oh, hang on. Is it hypnosis? Is he going to hypnosis now that Dracula's wolf formed? Oh,
maybe.
Is this jbphilly? It is jbphilly, indeed. It is indeed.
Sure is.
And is this the Wingspan Up and Rising Star Scott sword? No, it is not. No, absolutely not. She doesn't have hypnosis. She's only got a sense of emergency. What is going on?
I think so he's still going to scan France. But I feel like Dracula might be in the East, and they're just letting him have free reign over there.
Yeah.
This is going to be really nasty for Randiv if he's gambled all these daytime actions on.
There's potentially 2 things maturing, unless there's a very critical trade going on here. If there's maybe double horse that has to be switched around, which I would probably, for the long term, of the game is necessary.
That's true. Yeah.
Not bird spam in the chat. Oh no.
Yeah. Oh no. Well, let's give some respect to the Philadelphia Eagles, a favorite bird. So appreciate you putting those emojis in there, Strider. And of course the ducks for our friend Wuketchik.
When does the final? when does the final stage begin? It will start, I think, is it the 6th of November? Next week is a week off. I mean, I know Captain Gyro and Pizza Wizard and Edward Scissorhands and Makajic have had 4 weeks off or 3 weeks off. But for the sakes of Mettking and jbphilly, I think a week off is fully justified. So yeah, there'll be a week off, and then it'll be 5 weeks of final stage, and then it's all done.
Yes, I think Mettking and I are very, very grateful for that week off. It's been a tough run of. I mean, how many weeks has it been now in the tournament? Like 10 or more?
Yeah. How many? There's been 3 weeks for this, and then how many were there first stage? There were 5 in each group, so 7 weeks. 7 weeks.
Right.
7, 8 weeks, yeah. Not in France, okay. The evasive wood duck, indeed, yes. The elusive wood duck. Well, it wasn't. It was elusive for me. It was not elusive for the whole game. It was just elusive for me only. It was trolling me, so it's fine.
I just got introduced to Wingspan over the summer when I was in California with relatives. They brought it out one night, and yeah, it's a fun one. Okay, here goes Jonathan.
Oh, where is he?
Ooh, okay, well, look at that. Would you?
Wow.
Would you look at that? Randiv's gambles have paid off, and he's actually been barking up the right tree. That is a stroke of luck for Randiv.
Yep, I can see the party poppers. Yep, indeed. Thank you for spamming the chat with party poppers. That's nice. Yeah, interesting. So it's funny, like, I've seen games like this before where you see hunters moving early and you're like, oh, what are you doing? You should be supplying. But then it just works out that way, right?
I still think that your advice that that you gave to all with YouTube. Oh, and here's Aggie.
Oh, but this is to search. It's not to.
What? Yeah, he must. Wow, I mean, he must
what?
Search.
Yeah, he's searching. What?
Wow.
Unless he's got double surprise
return. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, as I was saying, I think that your advice that you've given in so many videos, Scott, sort of to supply instead of move, don't risk moving away from Dracula. I still think that holds. I think obviously in this case it's worked out for Randiv, but I think it would have been overall a better choice to keep to keep the hunters supplying. I think there may have been a double horse situation where Stewart and Godalming have 3 horses between them, and they've got to get one onto Mina. At which point, of course, you have to move. But
yeah, I've got no problem for the long term sake of the game. You have to kind of do that move, and I'm not against it because he can. Like Randiv can get to Marseille if he rolls well, clean up Marseille, get to Toulouse. I mean, now the problem is Dracula's probably in Spain here. This is kind of awkward now. Spain's just been entirely left open. And he can just run around and do it. But the wolf form's interesting. I don't know, maybe... Oh, hang on. Is the rumour token in Nantes? He's now wolf formed into Santander, perhaps?
Could be, or, I mean, he could even be trying to be really, really devilishly sneaky and go along the north coast.
And he's in Germany to avoid... Yeah, and avoid the scan. Yeah.
Although, let's see, is that possible? Because they just scanned last night, and he would have had to go Toulouse... Bordeaux, Nantes. No, so he couldn't be in Germany already if he's done that.
Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, because it Paris, but Mina went to Paris, so no, it is Spain.
Yeah,
then.
Yep, it's Spain.
Oh, yeah, thanks,
they've got 2 hunters ready to go in. They can move Stewart a little closer to kind of be in position for when Dracula leaves Spain. They maybe just leave Van Helsing in England for now, just so that he doesn't have freedom to go there.
So in the previous game, this was like deja vu. In the previous game between them, Randiv ended up overcommitting a little bit into Spain. Oh, he's literally just said the same thing in the chat. This is very funny because it was a Marseille start, and it was then. To be fair, I fell asleep. I had to have a siesta. I was very tired. But when I woke up, I found 2 hunters in Spain having to overcommit to stop vampires maturing. Van Helsing was still in the UK, Godalming was stuck in Paris and didn't cover the wolf form from Mediterranean. And that actually then cost Randiv a lot. So it's going to be really interesting. Oh yeah, will it all end up the same way? Yeah, that's gonna be very interesting here. Is Randiv going to learn from the mistakes of last game? Or is he going to get PTSD? I have to see. Yeah, thanks, Strider. Yeah, feel free to, please, folks, feel free to give a like. If you're not subscribed, feel free to subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. If you're chatting in the live chat, it means you already have a Google account, so literally just hit the subscribe button and that's it. You don't have to pay anything. there's a playlist in the description of the video for all the games of the League of Dracula. There's a link for all the other content creators who are recording videos. When the tournament's over, I'll be doing regular Fury of Dracula, and hopefully try to get as many different people, playing against matches, like Philly and Mettking, everybody, once the tournament's done. And I'm doing Wingspan now, so yeah, you can keep up to date with everything that's going on. But just everybody watching, it's really, really nice. So thank you for keeping us company. It's great to see so many people here.
How many folks do we have in the live chat?
It says 10, but the thing is, I don't know if YouTube counts us. I mean, it might count you. I don't know if it counts me, if I'm the owner of the channel.
Streamer.
I don't think it counts. It'd count you, but I don't think it counts me. So there's at least eight people. Yeah, exactly. Thanks for the emojis, people. It's really nice. Yeah, so now it has to start dealing with these encounters. Question is, clearly economy is not perfect, but got good army to Marseille, which is the most important thing. It doesn't count me. Oh, nice. Okay, so there's 9. There's me. There's Philly, and then 9 other people. So that's really nice. Good, good. That's probably the most we've had so far, actually.
Yeah, it's a solid turnout. Helps that it's on a Saturday, I'm sure. Okay.
Where's Roscoe? I don't know. Oh, wow. Okay.
He really wants to. Where's he going to go with that? Is he just going to send her to Toulouse? Oh, no, he's going to check Bordeaux.
Interesting.
Okay.
Well, in terms of efficiency clearing up the trail, I don't mind that necessarily.
Yeah. Now, I'm sure that he must have moved to Santander and then Wolf formed, but why? Unless... Well, okay, so he could have done something sneaky where he goes to Nantes, then Wolf forms to Santander. And we know that he didn't stay in France, so that if that's the case, then the scan in Strasbourg has kind of neutered that tricky play by Mettking.
Yeah, I don't know
but
how that.
They're still gonna have to send.
Okay.
Okay, he's
planned
just
ambush. And only one weapon. I understand revealing everything because you have to go and deal with Toulouse. If Godalming dumps his only weapon, it might be another spy. I can't remember when the Behind the Veil came out. If it was in Toulouse at that point or just before.
I think it was when he was in Toulouse. He had played
2 moves, I think. Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder if maybe Godalming's ticket was just not worth. Maybe it was just a yellow 2 ticket or something that he didn't mind losing.
Yeah, but it's the fact he has to reveal everything. That's the thing. And he's got a planned ambush, charted carriage, so Dracula... And also the fact he's got garlic, defensive. Yeah. It's not very aggressive. Dracula can now work around that a little bit.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's a tough choice. But, again, you don't want to lose your weapon at this point when you're...
No, especially you got a whole trail to clear. I mean, if Mina can do it to lose, that's great. But then, once if you don't roll well to get to Saragossa and whereas... Oh! No, you went to Bordeaux. Yeah, I'm confused about this wolf form. Yeah, I don't know what all that's about.
I like your theory that he went to Nantes and then wolf formed to Santander to try to obfuscate and kind of send the hunters up the wrong tree, but because they scanned in Strasbourg and Mina was in Paris, we know that he can't have gone north or stayed in France. So that wolf form may turn out to be a bit of a waste. He's got a lot of time to deal with Nantes. That's the thing. He can move Van Helsing over, so there's not much risk of not maturing. But then again, I thought that at the beginning of last game, but then I fell asleep for my little nap, and I woke up, and Mr. Green had 7 points on the board. There was another spy.
Wow.
So, actually, wait, so that Behind the Veil must have come out when Dracula was in Bordeaux then, not when he was in Toulouse.
Oh, no, but it could have been Toulouse.
He drew the spy after...
she does have a weapon.
My God, wait. Wow. Oh, that's going to hurt. There's no way that neither she nor Godalming had a white one, so that's going to really, really hurt.
That's massive. And the fact there's no weapon. Yeah, that Dracula can just be really... I mean, she can get out of combat, but now if there's bodyguards and stuff, she's very weak to any of these encounters, and Dracula can work around this. He's not going to be threatened by this at all.
He's sitting pretty in Spain now, yeah.
Maybe the legendary wolf form hide. I mean, perhaps, but I don't know what benefit it gain you in this situation. I'm surprised he didn't discard rifle. Is Gadami after Maul? Yeah, I mean, I understand it, but then at the same time, maybe he just if he has to deal with Toulouse next, so maybe he didn't want to spend a day. But then I guess Mina could have done with Toulouse. But then if she's dealing with Toulouse, then also depends on what Bordeaux was, I suppose. Spies are strong. I agree.
Spies are very strong. They're an excellent card.
Dracula has gained a lot of information about the two most advanced hunters. This is massive.
Yeah, typically, you don't see spies used early, typically. I feel like Dracula tends to protect, well, oftentimes they'll protect a vampire with, which I suppose he's done. This rumor is now sitting there, and we know that neither of these hunters has the ability to deal with it.
And also that means then, if it is a fighting vampire in Nantes, there's no stake between the two of them, so either Seward or Van Helsing have to deal with it. Which is fine, because then the other two can advance, but they're not really well equipped.
Yeah, and Seward, I mean, how does Seward get to Nantes? Because even if Seward's got a horse, they're still using horses. Wow.
Yep.
There's no way that he's got all 3 white ones still.
Nah, there's no way. Unless he did actually offload them onto Seward.
Yeah, maybe Van Helsing's got the other one.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible.
But I wonder if he's just gambling because he knows he needs to...
Which would make sense, giving them to Seward, because Seward is the one who can potentially hold more weapons. So then if he has to discard one, it's not the end of the world, whereas if you've got a hunter with just one...
Oh, checking not. And it was. So yeah, it looks like you were correct. It was a Nantes and a wolf form there. But I guess Gadami's going to supply up here and try to pull a stake instead of that garlic. But
perfectly understandable why, if it is a fighting vampire, no ambush, because he knows there's no stake, so you can bait him into a night fight here. Or force him to spend a day dealing with it, both of which are good for Dracula.
Yeah, but I just wonder how you get Seward over into the fray here, because again, unless they really somehow still do have all the white ones, his fast horses are not going to be safe to use.
No.
And even if they are, he'll be drawing ones half the time.
Maybe Seward does have double white one, and Van Helsing has the other.
Yeah.
Because the fact that Gadami gets them more quickly, he might have just offloaded them onto Seward, which would make sense, to be honest, and not a bad move. And it kind of maybe also another justification why you want Seward.
Okay, he's doing it again. There's no way that... No. It must be double white ones on Seward or Van Helsing. There's no way that he gambles with his horses like this.
That's maybe then the power of having Seward and Gadalming close to each other. Oh, that's a good point by Rakajic. Because Seward has the least to do at night, because he heals the fastest, so he'll get up to full health much quicker. He doesn't need to trade like Van Helsing does, doesn't have to Psychic Scan like Mina does. And potentially Gadami has to trade to offload items and stuff. Him holding on to white ones makes the most sense, which, yeah. The other option is maybe there is one white one in the deck, but because there's 12 tickets in there, maybe Randiv is just like, oh well, what's the 1 in 12? I'll risk it.
Yeah, which again could really come back to bite him the same way that those early moves without knowing where the trail was could have, but it's working so far. Still though, he's gonna want to supply or draw tickets as much as possible at night because this is just a bad horse economy for him, and that's gonna really cripple him over the long run. I do, it's funny. The thought of having double white ones on Seward, if you can get them there, is interesting. I've tended to try to have one white one each on each hunter who has a horse, and avoid having the double white ones on a single hunter, just so they have real movements if they need it. But yeah, Seward's not a bad place to double up with them if you have to, and maybe even if you don't have to.
Supplying.
Okay,
all right.
Scouts, that'll
help.
Letting Toulouse go. I think it's a safe bet that that's not a vampire. It could be a hoax, but it's if it's a mob, that's gonna be.
Mob would be hit 2 of them.
Oh, it couldn't be a mob though. Yeah.
Maybe he did like spy bodyguards combo, hoping they'd discard the weapon, then move on to Toulouse.
Yeah.
But bodyguards are still good here because if Mina jumps on.
Okay, so he didn't go to Lisbon, so he's saving the coastal cities maybe
for later.
Escape.
Yeah.
So most likely Madrid. He could have gone to Saragossa. Actually, given how much he knows about how weak the hunters are at this moment, maybe he just did go to Saragossa and just kind of like, well, if they land on me, so much the better for me.
But if he would have discovered that, I think, a turn too late, I think. But maybe just risked it,
true.
which is possible.
Yeah, I think Madrid's the most likely after Santander.
Yeah, but now you can do some cool things. Like if he wants to go along, the southern coast, and Alicante now goes to Granada, and then goes to Cadiz, and then leaves into South Atlantic, then that's feel lucky.
And especially if he then misdirects the city that he sails from, that's a tough hit for the hunters.
Unless Toulouse is a vampire, and there's rumor tokens all a bait.
Could be.
Oh, he got tickets. Interesting.
Oh, Godalming? I think that makes sense because he just needs to get his movement.
Right. The fact that Seward didn't get tickets makes me think it's
the wait one theory.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense.
Mina too. Wow. Okay. Yeah, Dracula's got all the time in the world here.
Yeah.
The one with chartered carriage is not on a rail line. Yeah, this is fine. Even if it's a renewed vigor, I don't think it's gonna cause too many problems.
Oh, there's no way the hunters can't attack him anytime soon. I mean, Godalming's got a supply up in Nantes just to try to draw something to deal with that.
Oh, it was a vampire.
Holy smokes, it was a vampire. Wow. Okay. Well, way to take the the bird in the hand, as it were, versus the two in the bush. Back on that wingspan theme.
Yeah. Very good. Very good. So maybe that was all just an elaborate ruse then in Nantes.
I really wonder what that was. I mean, yeah, maybe it was bait to a fog or something, or a bats, but...
And he's got his wolf form back now too, which is very important.
Wow. Okay, well, 3 points isn't the worst thing to happen to the hunters, and at least the trail's a bit shorter now, but... Dracula's for sure still going to escape to sea. And they can't even put the pressure on him as quickly as they'd like to force that.
Yeah, that's right, one talent. Yeah, the wolf form coming back is pretty critical because he can do some evasive maneuvers if necessary, if he gets in a tough spot, or at least then when he's back to sea, he's guaranteed to have it. So yeah, it's pretty nice actually. Yeah.
Yeah, after the game, I'm going to be very curious to ask Mettking what was underneath that rumor token.
Well, because a win for the Hunters, they skipped checking that, and a lot of stuff got cleared for 3 points. What got cleared? Nantes got cleared. Bordeaux was already cleared anyway.
Santander in the wolf form. So two encounters cleared.
I guess the fact Bordeaux got cleared, because that'd be a pretty decent lair location later. You could easily get a nice bats or something there, but you got Marseille as a lair, so then that protects the Mediterranean side.
Yeah, it's not the worst thing for hunters, actually. I think that, especially if that rumor token was not hiding a vampire, I think it's still, obviously it works out well for Dracula, but it's not a disaster for hunters, especially because it was only a new vampire.
Yeah, rather than the 4. Yeah. Let's see. Still decent horse economy. I think there's only been one miss so far.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Very good going. Off he goes. Santander. Yeah.
Okay, so Madrid, and then the possibilities are endless. But I imagine at this point Dracula is still probably sticking to the coast, just to be able to run in case things were to go against him, or maybe in case of a heroic leap. But I have to imagine he's either sitting in Alicante or in Cadiz or Lisbon right now.
Well, the good thing is we know that Godalming doesn't have heroic leap. He's got a planned ambush and a chartered carriage. Mina doesn't have it because she spent her only event. What's
Oh, we were wrong.
Okay,
that's so awful for the hunters. Oh, that's so awful.
Yikes!
Oh man, I thought he was. Wow, I thought he just had his tickets set up right and was.
Yeah.
Oh, that's painful.
That's devastating. And on Seward as well, like the hunter who's got this, the most combat strength. You want him to have the flexible movement, right?
I know, that's awful. That's oof.
And now he walks into a lair, and this could be anything.
Yeah.
But to get rid of the lair is probably pretty.
Disarming the lair is worth,
Oh, he didn't trigger the lair. Interesting. Oh, maybe saving it for later. Could be something even more deadly, perhaps. He wants to save it.
Or, oh yeah, I mean, maybe it is something deadly, or maybe he's just kind of keeping it as, you know, if any hunters are weakened, or if they don't have a forewarned, they're afraid of fog, so kind of keeps them off of Marseille, just makes them waste time moving around it, but I don't know.
No, more scouts.
Wow.
Maybe
okay,
he could be hiding Cadiz too. That's also another possibility.
For sure, at least one location gets revealed now.
Yeah, you have to check Alicante and Cadiz, I reckon, at this point. We know it's Madrid. Unless there was a potential going to... I think Saragossa would have been risky based upon the hunter positions.
Yeah, it's almost certainly Madrid. Oh, okay, he did check Madrid. That's interesting. So now he could be in either one of these port cities, and if he sails... Well, he probably doesn't have time now to sail and then miss... So I think the hunters will know at least which sea he embarked into.
If their horse economy is not set up, he might get lucky
here.
Actually. Yeah.
That's true.
But then there are not as many encounters to deal with. Yeah. I think if you're... It doesn't matter which one you're in. I think you probably just still hide, and you can maybe... Because you know there's maximum one stake between all of the... Well, they've done some supplying, maybe. Oh, yeah, rifle got discarded. Where did the rifle... Oh, that was Van Helsing.
Yeah, if you hide under a double vampire in one of those ports, that's just... I mean, you want the hunters to come in at that point. Because at most one of them will step onto you.
Mina ditched her crucifix, by the way. So she still has Holy Circle, but there's something else that she's got. There she goes. Whoa! The fact that white one is still there, that's...
He is gonna...
bold.
Oh, he's gonna pay for that. Those risks. I mean... Ugh.
Does she have a weapon? And she hasn't healed either, by the way. So if it gets into a bad night fight here, this could be curtains for her. But she's got a Holy Circle, so it's not... It won't be that bad. Actually, the fact keeping the Holy Circle might be decent here.
Yeah, that lets her be aggressive. I mean, obviously it makes her not that useful in a fight, but at least she doesn't have to be afraid of them. And yeah, Van Helsing staying in England seems like a smart choice, since Dracula may well want to think about going there, particularly because I mean, look at the event deck. We're almost halfway to Fury, and they're still at 52 events. There's just a lot they haven't drawn. So the chances of them having a CG are...
There's been a lot of movement. Yeah, in fact, there's a couple, like, Godalming missed a supply, Mina missed a couple. I think Godalming and Mina both missed 2 to get into Strasbourg. So yeah, that's, that's 4 events should be through, and then they've just been moving ever since.
That said, I have gambled before on hunters not having CG when the event deck looked like this, and of course they did.
Oh, okay, still on land.
That's gotta be a hide. That's gotta be a hide.
Yeah, it has to be, right?
He's sitting underneath either a fog because he knows they don't have forewarned, or a double vampire.
Double vampire could be a bit gnarly here.
Oh, that would be horrible for hunters. I mean, they have some time to supply up, especially with Godalming, but
no rumor token though. So yeah. Oh. Yikes.
Oh no, that is... Oh, this is just...
Oh, that's
man, the hunters are...
Yeah, you just don't... Oh, man. When it rains, it pours. Oh, that's unfortunate.
That is brutal. You just can't... that's the thing, is when your horse economy isn't set up, or isn't safe... It's just, I mean, you don't really have any better option than to, I guess, risk it or try to use the rail lines, but oh, that is painful. And it's just such a long time until he's ever going to see those horses again.
Well, that's the thing, right? Because the deck has to reset, and then they have to keep supplying to get them.
And if one of them ends up at the bottom of the new deck, I mean, they're just... At this point, I wonder, do you just have Mina toss her horses as well, and just try to work without them for the time being? draw good rail tickets instead of bad ones. I don't know. I mean, that's just not a good substitute.
No.
But
What's
at this
this?
point,
Excellent weather.
I mean, excellent weather is nice to have, but
So I don't understand then why didn't Seward, like, because Seward missed a couple of turns where he didn't get tickets. Why wouldn't he dig for tickets?
that doesn't make sense.
Even if you're chucking a white one into the pile, you want to get the yellow one into the pile. You want to get the white ones out. They're the ones that ruin everything. Because once the horse is gone, it's gone forever.
I wonder if Randiv was just thinking, oh, well, I've got Seward with 2 yellow ones, and I'm sure somebody else will pick up the white one, but...
Oh, maybe. I mean, that is possible. Maybe he is holding on to white, but then the other one's just been elusive.
Yeah.
I had that in a game against Mikajik yesterday, where first turn, Godalming got both white ones out, and I couldn't get the third one. And then I killed a horse
that
with
last white one, it just stays away forever, and it's...
Yeah, absolutely.
That makes it really tough.
You're having a siesta, Strider. But yet you're still typing. Yikes. Okay, so now Dracula's like really in the ascendancy here.
Oh, Dracula's in such a good position. And of course he has to leave now because...
Yeah.
I think he's in Cadiz.
Yeah, most likely. Most likely. I mean, Alicante would be better because he could...
but that...
Yeah.
Like, it's a bit dicey.
And now they're supplying, but the problem is they're supplying instead of getting into position to catch Dracula, right? To intercept him when he leaves from sea. That's the problem here.
Well, Ketchik might be right. Maybe Seward did have double white ones, but the other white one was still in the deck. So that's why Seward wasn't drawing tickets.
Yeah, no. I mean, that is definitely possible. The other, it wasn't that Van Helsing was holding one. Seward might have just literally had... But then there was a point later where Seward actually then ditched tickets, I think.
I thought that was after losing his horse.
I can't remember. Maybe.
I don't remember either.
Blame your loss on tickets, so Hunter of you. Hey, I mean, like, I've got to live in denial, don't I?
I mean, to be fair, not having 3 white ones is it's a huge handicap for hunters. It's very difficult to operate. And that's completely dumb luck that determines whether you get that last white one.
I didn't feel like Randiv was like in enormous pressure to use, the horses immediately. Didn't have to. Could have, done rail move from go to Bordeaux, then done rail move. Especially you lose one, and you're like, okay, let's just consolidate and just don't lose another. I think that's kind of key. Oh, wait, what?
Oh, are they trading items again?
I guess so.
Must be.
Oh, Holy Circle's been discarded. Was that Mina's? No, it can't be. That was Seward who discarded that?
I haven't been watching the pile closely enough to...
Yeah, I think that's Seward discarding that. So Mina still has hers. So maybe Godalming's got good stuff. He'll give them to Mina. Mina deals with the trail, and then Godalming can ditch the Holy Circle later and then get out. I mean, if they supply enough, they might be able to get them back. If the horses got flood to the top, hunters can still get away from this. But then what sort of lead will Dracula have?
Yeah. They might. I mean, also, they've just got to keep digging for stakes, because if they don't already have most of the stakes, then they're going to draw them shortly. And there's for sure at least one vampire among these 4 encounters, so I don't want that.
Worm Talon. I spent the full week looking for the last... I spent the whole full week looking for the last white one, only for it to show up the first use of a horse. Yep. That sounds about right, to be honest. Yeah.
We've all been there. It's horrible.
Yeah. Is Mettking going to Wolfholm to 60 and loop through Prague to the east? I wonder. That's what Mr. Green did. Yeah, especially now that the horses are gone, right? The movement's going to be so limited, even more limited than the previous game. Yeah.
Dracula can just have his way with the entire board at this point. I mean, the hunters are so hobbled. This is gonna be a tough one for Randiv to pull out.
Oh wait. Oh, what? Godalming has the horse. Why? Godalming's going to supply faster, so why? Interesting.
I wonder if they feel like they're well equipped enough already and they want Godalming to get on them.
Yeah, but you want Mina with flexible moves and she can do psychic scans and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Because Godalming has chartered carriage, so unless you can get out of Spain quickly, then fast horse, I guess. But there's clearly a plan going on, so that's
And we don't even know if the horses are safe to use. I mean, that last horse might be tripping and killing itself just like the other two did. Almost makes me wonder if he's just stacked Mina up with good items and Godalming's going to supply and throw away the horse when he draws something better. If they're just going to abandon the use of horses.
Perhaps.
Which I don't know. I don't know if that's a better choice, honestly. Because to prioritize bad tickets on everyone just for the use of one horse.
Yeah, that's not great, is it? No, it's not. So maybe this way you do have to transition. I think that then that's where a sense of emergency could come in clutch, because it gives you that flexible movement. The fact that Mina used hers. That's another thing now that Mettking, if he's ticking off everything, he's like, right, 2 horses are gone and a sense of emergency's gone. It's one fewer thing to worry about. Okay, Hidden Khedive, not too surprising. Didn't ambush. Interesting.
That is interesting. I wonder if it's a hoax or an aristocratic, or maybe he's saving his fighter vampires for later.
But if he gets delayed here in fog, then Granada's going to mature.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, maybe he was just kind of setting up that deterrent. Now Godalming's afraid to search.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like you need to spend the first week getting the horses and then getting horse economy set up. If you're having to do that in the second week or now going into the third week, it is going to be that's just not the situation you want to be in.
There's no way that he can get horse. I mean, his horse is fully functional again. Yeah.
No. Unless he just gets very lucky and you just commit to supplying your way out of the problem.
Yeah.
Like, worst case scenario, if a vampire matures in Spain, you're only up to 7 points. If you can get those 2 horses out really fast, you might be able to chase.
Yeah, if they're sitting at the top of the deck, and if you then are lucky with tickets, then sure, it could happen, but
it's going to be tough, though. And it might be the wrong hunter picks them up, right? Van Helsing picks them up, and they're stuck in the UK. Oh. I understand protecting the UK.
Now. Just so that you can still access Granada in case something happens to Godalming.
Yeah, and then also has to get to Madrid before it becomes a layer.
Yeah, but then day rest.
Day rest. Ooh,
what?
Yikes.
Why didn't he supply? I mean, he has to be supplying for all. Like his life depends on it. I don't think that 1 health point was worth that much.
Okay, what's there? I got a steak, most likely. If there's one lesson you can learn from FOD, it is you can solve any problem with throwing enough money at it, even the supernatural one. Oh, Randiv, what are you doing? What's Randiv doing?
Is he deciding?
Oh! Knife fight. Oh no, this could be a knife fight with 2 vampires. Oh no.
Did he have a stake and decide not to use it? Or did he just have dogs and...
No, I think what happened here was because he searched and you then get the prompts to see the 2 things and you have to decide the order. Oh no, this is...
Oh, so he doesn't even have a stake. Good lord.
Oh, this
is awful.
Curtains. Absolutely curtains, yeah. I know he's got a planned ambush, but this is gnarly.
I mean, maybe Maybe that planned ambush lets him hit this thing with the Heavenly Host.
But I mean,
and then he can just run away from the other fight.
That's true. But then if the vampire has fangs, then that's... Yeah.
Yeah, if the vampire doesn't have fangs, and if he has a Heavenly Host... Okay, so maybe he gets to...
Well, we'll see.
Let's see.
I mean, if there's a Heavenly Host, you just play it now, right? Get this over and done with.
You absolutely have to. Or maybe a gun and Holy Bullets. I haven't been counting the Holy Bullets.
Godami has a horse, so he can't have bullets. He might have a gun, though.
Yeah. Yep.
He stores his gun from earlier. Well, I think he does.
He has doesn't have a Heavenly Host at this point.
Oh, he does. Oh, you just have to make sure.
I just ate my words. Okay. Based on how long he was taking, I thought he couldn't, but yeah, that was the right choice for Godami.
No seeds, Strider. No, there's no seeds anywhere. Okay, that's a dead vampire. Claws does get a double plot. Yikes, that's a rough one.
Well, it was about time the hunters caught a break, so...
Yeah, exactly.
That king can't be too mad about that. Oh, another reckless.
Yeah, saw that one coming. Yeah. I mean, at least he doesn't. He can just get out of this. But is Godami going to die?
I mean, if that thing's got 2 claws on it and a mesmerize,
yeah,
he could easily die.
Gotta be careful with mesmerize though, because then you can't use fangs to kill because it would bite. But because it's a night fight.
But no, what this thing really wants to do is, yeah, mesmerize and claws. Again, I guess he does have a rifle, so. Claws aren't a super safe bet for the vampire, but I mean, this vampire is just going to be happy with any damage it can do. That's still.
Yeah, just slow them down even more.
Going for claws. Okay.
Nice rifle. Very good.
Godami lives to fight another round.
Play plotting. I mean, honestly, yeah, plotting would have been decent there, but then I guess he was worried that Godami just escape or punch. I guess you play the claws too, because then if Godami does play punch, that's a massive win.
Yeah, well, if you've got another clause, you certainly play it here. Even if he escapes, the damage that you've done is still...
Imagine if Godami goes to all of this effort and then Granada's a vampire.
that'd be horrible.
And in fact, yeah, as Rakajik's saying, is a heavenly host. If Granada then is something very benign, then you're like, well, you didn't give up points, so you got to take what you get as the hunters in this situation. Mesmerize.
Is he escaping or is he punching? Oh,
he is.
Do you dodge and just hope that he doesn't play plotting?
Ooh,
punch is so risky because if a clause comes out.
Yes, Strider. Yeah, also now because he's mesmerized, the rifle won't kill now. So, few different things that Draka can do here. All depends. Let's see. I'd probably go for straight.
He's
to be honest.
On a rifle or a... Oh, okay.
Oh no, nice dodge. Okay.
Yeah, I think the vampire. I think it plays claws if it can. Even if it dies, well, no, it won't even die to the rifle, but because you're either getting it for 4 damage or you're losing 1 health on a vampire you don't care about.
There's no knife Strider. There's only a rifle.
Oh,
going for the bite. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Just take what you can get.
Yeah, soften him up, you know. Now he's as weak as. It's not a terrible outcome for vampires, for Dracula.
No. And also the fact, he got the use of a heavenly host out the way.
Carpathian Bliss is amongst us.
Indeed.
There's a live stream, Roscoe, in case you'd like to join the live chat. Worm telling Wakachuk is a decent player. Wakachuk, decent is an understatement. Oh, getting a little cocky there. But I suppose it's merited. Oh, that was great strength prompt. Good catch. I missed that.
Oh, well spotted. I missed that because of Roscoe joining.
Yeah.
Ah, interesting.
Well, that's
yeah, just 1 point. Yeah, it wasn't a. Oh, that's very interesting. If it was double prompt. Ha. Hmm.
Well, so where do we think Dracula is? Is he in North Atlantic? Is he in Mediterranean?
Sure.
I would be Mediterranean if I'm Dracula, but...
Yeah, I would say so, because the things like Seward is not going to be able to check all of these locations very fast, right? So if you're gambling, then Seward just picks the right one. Have there been any local... Oh yeah, there was a local rumors. I'm trying to... Because that'd be the way it could be foiled. But Seward's having to check each one individually, you know. If you really want to, if you want to be safer, go to Turinian, then Wolf Form to get even further away.
But, well, not that much further. I mean, if you are wolf forming to Zurich or Milan from Mediterranean, that's just as close to the east, for example, as Venice is.
Yeah, it's just to get away from Seward. That's all.
But does Dracula care if? I mean, okay, maybe Seward's a good fighter, of course, but
he'll be well equipped. That's the thing. He's got 4 events that we don't know. Yeah. He's got 4 items that we don't know. So yeah, you don't really want to bump into him. So
yeah, he could have a forewarned, so even a fog might not be enough to stop him. Yeah, no, Dracula shouldn't be that cocky. He's in an excellent position. Okay, I wonder if he's in Cagliari. Or if he's just that cocky that he landed in Genoa and thinks that... Or no, sorry, he can't be in Genoa. He's got to be in Cagliari.
Yeah, I mean, there isn't one excellent weather kicking around, but it's on Mina. Or at least it was. I guess also the bite is nice here because I know there's a chartered carriage, but once that chartered carriage gets used, then everything else is going to be revealed on Godalming, so...
Unless he stays in supplies, which he, needs to.
Yeah, by what I mean is, like, once it gets used, then you have to reveal something else. So again, it might get a little bit of information, but the fact that Godalming and Mina are staying back. Oh, wait. Excellent weather got shifted. I missed that.
Oh, so it did, yeah. Must be on Van Helsing now.
Oh, is this going to be another night fight with a vampire? Oh.
If that's another night fight and Godalming's got just his rifle, oh, that's... If that's a fighter vampire, that's some good play by Mettking.
39. Where is 39? Oh, none. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, because Van Helsing's not going to come across for a while. Seward hasn't got...
Oh, okay.
That's what he's waiting on. Well, I mean, he was supplying for a long time, so I'm not surprised he had something good.
Oh, he did?
It is North Atlantic.
Wow. Okay, so is he in Galway? Is he in Nantes? I mean, there's no way he's in Bordeaux.
Bordeaux... Oh, no, Bordeaux's not a lair because it got wiped by the vampire.
Ooh, it's not, but I just can't imagine him going there.
But because Seward doesn't have horses, his movement is very limited. But he's got to be careful because if he's going to move to Le Havre or Paris, he's going to be stuck. He's going to be on a rail line. Ooh, got to be careful. He's got Wolfhorn though.
Van Helsing's going to check Ireland, so they don't have CG. I mean, well, no, they could have CG and just not want to. But yeah, I guess you do want to protect against that Ireland.
How many scouts have come out? 2? 3. 3 scouts.
3 scouts.
Ooh, the chance of getting the last one's unlikely here.
Yeah. And one surprising return's gone. Only 1 ally's left in the deck.
I guess what he can, because he's got Wolfhorn back, right? He can, once Seward gets relatively close to him, he can then just Wolfhorn away, and he's always going to stay ahead of Seward, unless there's a chartered carriage or something, or another sense of emergency. And he can just get lost in Central Europe, and Seward might not be able to find him.
Yeah. I think 39 is... Ooh, okay. Mina's moving.
Yeah, Mina moving up makes a lot of sense. Now there's been a little bit more pressure.
Yeah, now what's in Granada? This is what I want to see. And I think he's almost definitely 23. A CG. Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Losing a turn's painful, but not as painful as losing Godalming to another Recklesser.
That's true.
The Vampire.
And then not letting the hopes mature. But now the fact Godalming, the one with the flexible movement, is delayed. Dracula's got a little bit more time here.
Oh, yeah.
He might Wolfhorn immediately. He might go to like 51, maybe. But then I'll promise if he wolf forms, it kind of tells the hunters where he is. He might want to just try and make it look like it's island for a little bit longer. Oh,
yeah.
Could he go to Le Havre and then go to English Channel to make it look like it's island?
That would be quite the sneaky maneuver.
But Van Helsing's got excellent weather though, because he took it off Mina.
Oh, so yeah, he would know. I think you go to Le Havre regardless, though. I mean, you can drop a fog there. You can drop a bat. Well, actually, Mina and Seward could, in theory, both end up on.
Yeah, and I think they're fairly well equipped.
Yeah. Well, Mina somewhat with that holy circle, but
it could be two fighting things. Goodness knows what Seward's got. He might have.
Yeah, Seward's in good shape. If he's got a forewarned, which there's a fair chance he does, and you're sitting on Le Havre hoping a fog is going to protect you, that could turn things around. So I think Dracula should auto wolf form here, unless you hope that you just walk to Paris or Clermont. Oh, okay, no, wolf form. So he'll be in either Brussels or Strasbourg.
Or Geneva, or Santander, or Toulouse.
Or Santander, that would be a hell of a move.
But now it basically shows he's not an island, but now Van Helsing's wasted a turn going to Liverpool when it wasn't necessary. Unless he is an island and he's faking that he's on the mainland.
That would certainly waste a few more hunter turns, but I don't know if you want to be in England available.
Or without wolf form, and he's going to have to go to sea eventually. And hides on the trail, so you can only... Oh, there is a sense of emergency. Wow.
Okay, so where's he going to check? He's going to check Strasbourg. Brussels, maybe?
Surely you check... Oh, maybe Brussels.
Oh, looks like he's going for Brussels.
Oh, what?
Oh, he's going to what? What?
Oh, I don't know about that one.
No, you knew it was not. I mean, it was almost certain to be not.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know about that one. You want to use sense of emergency aggressively, right? You don't want to use it like that.
Yeah, I thought for sure he'd be going to Brussels or Strasbourg.
Oh, and he's now even further away from where... If Dracula is in Strasbourg, he's laughing now.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're going to have no movement to get to him.
Yeah, Dracula's in such a cushy position.
Oh, this worked out really well for Dracula then.
Okay, so Van Helsing might be about to excellent weather onto Hamburg or Amsterdam.
Yeah,
and
which would make sense.
Gets another hunter in the mix. At least he's closer to Dracula's location now, but they're still so behind. And
you still know, right, because the deck hasn't reset, there are definitely two horses in the pile, and it's only on Godalming, who's now stuck, is the furthest away, so yeah. This is all pretty nice for Dracula.
There's 13 tickets in the pile. I mean, what are the odds of them even having the ability to safely use those horses? Godalming has to draw tickets, I think.
Whoa. Yeah. Seward. So that's both now sense of emergency's gone.
That's massive. That's a tough spot. Really tough spot for hunters. I mean, their movement is just all they've got left: chartered carriage and excellent weather.
Yeah.
Oh, Seward didn't check Nod. Interesting. Is he afraid of a night fight? I mean, Seward must have a stake him up. He's got 4 items. He's got to have a stake. How many
stakes are in discard? Only one's in discard. Yeah, surely that has to be a stake.
He's been holding on to all these stakes. Seward has to have at least one. I'd imagine maybe Van Helsing does too.
So this is now like the movement game. This is where this is coming in. So the hunters haven't got a long trail to deal with, but hunters are just they got no movement to get. If Dracula plays this right and doesn't get caught by a chartered carriage, he can just keep outrunning them and staying one space ahead of them for the rest of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, they've got to. I mean, they've got to hope for those other 2 chartered carriages to come out, and a renewed vigor, of course. honestly, they've got to be hoping for both renewed vigors at this point. They're just so behind. They need all the moves they can get. But the thing is, renewed vigor is also hobbled now because the horses.
Yeah, that's right.
So even a renewed vigor doesn't get you that much movement onto. Oh, this is just a really tough spot for hunters.
I mean, they still got time, and Dracula doesn't have many points yet.
It's true. They've got a week and a half.
But he has got 2 rumor tokens saved up, so then this could turn nasty very fast if he puts down 2 in a line, and they have to. I mean, they should have stakes at this point. That's the only problem with this.
Yeah, I wonder if Seward has 2 stakes and Van Helsing's got a stake, or maybe there's still 1 stake in the bottom of the pile. Hell, maybe there's 2. Okay, there's the rumor. So that's Brussels or Strasbourg. Perhaps it's Geneva. If Dracula's really feeling sneaky, it could be there.
I mean, Geneva would be cool because he can go to Zurich. He's in Zurich now, for example, and he's still as close to the east as he would be if he went to Nuremberg. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, the strength for renewed vigor is gone without horses and sense of emergency. I mean, it is still powerful, obviously, but it's just the potency is just not there.
It's no longer a Dracula killing superpower. It's more just to let you kind of do some extra supplying, which they badly need to do. Oh, he's still rolling. Wow. Okay.
Maybe he's sorted out his horse economy, but you know, Godalming's down. Oh, he's gonna have to go into Madrid, and Madrid's a layer.
Yeah.
Marseille's also a layer, so he's gonna have to resupply in Bordeaux. Oof.
I would have been curious if Godalming had rolled 2. Okay, a mob. At least he's only
not
losing
as
2
powerful, but still, that could come in play if he can't heal up later on. That damage might be able to stick a little bit.
I wonder if he had rolled 2, if he would have moved to Santander just to rule that out. Because if Dracula is back in Spain and Godalming is leaving Spain... Oh, he threw away his rifle, or it was... yeah, he threw away his rifle. Wow. Maybe he's just going to supply in Madrid and hope to get better weapons.
Yeah, I guess so.
But yeah, imagine if Godalming clears out of Spain and then it turns out Dracula's in there in Lisbon. Ugh.
There's a stake.
That would be really... Oh!
Oh, okay. Use on a hoax. Oh, well played, Mettking.
Well, yeah, well, good use of hoax.
Yeah. I'm surprised he staked it knowing there's a rumor token right behind it. Unless he thought it was a whole bait like the previous one.
Yeah.
Oh. And day search with a stake and all. I thought he would have done it at night.
That is odd. Yeah, I think he healed at night. That's strange.
Yeah, he did heal at night.
Okay, Van Helsing must be about to exit. Yep, there.
There it goes.
Does he go to Hamburg or does he go to Amsterdam? Probably Hamburg.
Probably stay on the rail line, yeah. And he can try and cut Dracula off by going to Vienna. Oh.
Oh, Amsterdam.
Okay, never mind.
I mean,
I mean, to be fair, he could have been in Amsterdam now, so...
That's true, that's true.
He would have been gutted if he had missed that opportunity.
That's true, maybe he's hoping... Yeah, maybe, I mean, Dracula could be in Cologne now, maybe... Catch him that way, but yeah. Yeah, I suppose if Dracula had gone to Amsterdam, pretty painful to let him escape that way.
You can see how undersupplied they are, not just in terms of the item deck, but that can happen sometimes, but the events are really lacking for the hunters.
Yeah. They just have this moving non-stop and...
Yeah. And when it's the Dracula phase, I'm going to have to quickly go AFK for 1 sec for the loo. So yes, apologies live stream if I miss anything. But when I come back, it'll catch up, so... You can entertain the stream.
Oh, I'll see what I can do. Let me let me pull out some patter. Well, pressure's on. Well, yeah, Godalming has to draw tickets, I think. I mean, their horse economy, even if it's safe to use horses now, it can't be... Oh, he's healing, okay. I really feel like 2 tickets there would have been more value than 1 hit point.
Kazakh is saying that there could have been a wolf form location to Clermont-Ferrand, 15. So it's like a fake wolf form. That would have been kind of cool, but there's just too much of a risk that to get to Nantes, that Seward checks 15 anyway. Because I don't care about the wolf form. I'm gonna check Nantes first and then make my way. But I agree. Like the most likely situation is that Seward goes east, not goes west. Anyway, I'll be back in 1 sec. So, sorry live stream, but when I come back, you'll catch up. Oh, for goodness sake, right, okay.
Oh,
I'm going to go now.
Jonathan Harker, I forgot all about him. Not doing too much good at this point in the game, though. Okay, so does Godalming just supply? He kind of has to. Imagine if he draws the local rumors and Santander, Lisbon, and Cadiz all flip over. Oh no, of course you can't draw the rumors. Now, does Seward have another stake? Or does Van Helsing? Because there's just quite a few possibilities what that wolf form could be. It could be 9, 51, 24, 47, and then of course the fake ones, 15, 54, but I think those are unlikely. I wonder if she's got hypnosis now, or if they're just gonna scan France, but there's no way he's still in France.
Okay. What I missed? What did Godalming and Seward do with their turns?
Godalming supplied. Seward moved to Paris, and then so did Mine. Or no. Or wait, yeah, Seward moved to Paris. I guess Mina is Paris. So I'm wondering if there's... No, of course there can't be a hypnosis.
No.
So maybe Mina's going to check 9 or 51 or 24.
But then the fact that Van Helsing accidentally weathered all the way over just to supply.
Okay, Mina's still supplying too, but... Yeah. I mean, again, as you said, they are very undersupplied, so
yeah. You're calling this awkward situation, right? That you need
Rufus,
to move.
Okay.
Oh, that's decent.
I wonder... I mean, at this point, I think you have to search with him. The time for him to be... Well, the time isn't past for him to be useful, since if you do manage to corner Dracula, you'll want Rufus, but you've got to search now. Rule out 24 or something.
Yeah, 24,
rule out 47. I think 47 is unlikely, since Cadiz is still a lair, and you would think that Dracula would have probably cleared that
54 would have been... we could have... oh, not Geneva.
Okay, not Geneva.
Wolf form to 54 was potentially an idea, because Seward would go to 15 on his way to Nantes. Oh, hey, Rookamania. Hello, you're here for the finale. The hunters are in a bit of a rough spot here. They've lost 2 horses, and yeah, Dracula's just... Wolf form from Nantes is now just probably heading east at this point. And
yeah, hunters are badly undersupplied.
Now the deck's reset, so if they can get a little bit of luck here, they might be able to get the 2 horses out, and then they'll be good. But yeah, it's just yeah, this is a rough spot to be in, to say the least. There's no good options at this point, right? If you try to supply your way out the trouble, you're just letting Dracula walk across the whole board for free. If you try to chase him, you're not going to have the movement to chase. It's such a... You're not playing Canada?
Canada? What does that
mean? What are you on about?
Is there a Canadian board game that we're...
I don't know. Oh, that's what we need. We need...
There's some user in Discord whose username is National Film Board of Canada.
Oh,
so maybe they were just in the chat asking for a game.
Oh, that's what's potentially happening. Right. Okay.
That's the only way I can make sense out of that sentence.
Yeah, that might be right, yeah. Oh no, so Kazakh's doing double duty here, playing National Film Board of Canada, and is...
Just showing off. He can commentate and play at the same time.
Canadian Goose. Oh, don't you start. I had the same idea. I knew that was going to happen.
Oh, okay, so they did scan. That can't be the whole reason they moved her to Paris. There's no chance that he could still be in France. Unless, again, he did the tricky move that Wakachik described, where he goes to 15.
And I think also in Wingspan, it's called the Canada Goose, not Canadian Goose for some reason.
It's well, Canada Goose is the proper name as far as I'm aware. I think
that's weird. You'd use the nationality, right? Not the.
Not in this case. Don't ask me why.
Oh, yeah. Now here comes double rumors.
Yep. And we don't even know where the stakes are.
Ooh,
Van Helsing, I think, must have one stake.
He must do, but the fact that Seward used one in non, yikes.
Mm-hmm.
Lol, it's a Canada Goose.
Yeah, I don't know why it's Canada Goose and not Canadian Goose, but so it is. Still supplying, I think. Yeah.
Dracula might feed if he has enough. If there's enough. Oh, he has enough worms. Oh, for goodness sake! Oh, I regret everything. Oh dear. See all these people mocking me for playing Wingspan. Get the app and we can all play together. We can have a Fury of Dracula crew plays Wingspan. We can have our own Wingspan tournament. All of us Fury of Dracula players could play Wingspan together and have a tournament. How's that?
It is a really nice game. It's a nice. It's a bit later and it's not as long as this. Okay, Strasbourg. That was my number one guess for the wolf form. So, but the thing is, by now he could be in Vienna or Zagreb.
Yep, Vienna 59. Yeah, exactly. Maybe he has gone the long way and gone 41. Prague 58.
There's just nowhere close to catching him.
Fury of Wingspan.
Fury of geese, man. Fury of Canada geese. Those things are not to be true.
For some reason, the community picked up Wingspan more than Gloomhaven. Yeah, I know. Sad. That Gloomhaven series did not do well. I thought, oh, Gloomhaven's got lots of like popularity. No, that didn't work out. At least I had fun. Fangspan. Oh, what is going on? Oh dear. Anyway, back to this game.
So, right, yeah. So let's stop talking about birds. So Seward, I really have to stake that Seward's got another stake. But I just don't see how they catch up with Dracula. He can be so far east, and they've just got no movement. They still don't have that chartered carriage, so maybe they can drop Godalming. I mean, but even like chartered carriage gets Godalming from Madrid to Brussels, and then he would practically still need a second chartered carriage just to get him east.
I guess with Godalming just stayed put all this time. I think you need to get him to Marseille. Oh no, you need to get him to Genoa, and then you can charter carriage east. That's what you need to do. He's just staying supplied for 2 days. I know he ditched his weaponry, and that's fine, but he needs to start moving. Oh, he's nice supply.
Nice supply. I mean, it might be that time. Honestly, the hunters are.
Yeah, but then
hunters are really.
Oh, but then imagine if Godalming ends up with double horse here. Oh no. Oh, he's got a hunter event. Okay, no Emmanuel Hildersheet. Well, that's what happened last game.
Holy Blitz dogs. Oh, yeah. From a desperate night supply.
No, he moved with Long Night and he gave Emmanuel Hildersheet.
Oh, that's painful.
Brutal, absolutely brutal. And then the Emmanuel Hildersheet killed a renewed vigor.
that's horrible. Yeah, I'm looking at the end of that game.
It was very unfortunate. Yeah.
Snooze Haven.
Tragic. It's so mean. I think it's better. I mean, if you're playing it solo, it's fine. But I think as a viewing experience, it's probably more fun if you got like cooperative.
Gloomhaven's sort of the D&D type game.
Yeah.
Okay, I've never played it. I've seen it as a tabletop physical game, and it seemed fun, but also just seemed like a massive time commitment.
It is quite a big time sink.
And just tough to find a group that can week after week have the same time slot open.
Yeah,
that's the biggest barrier.
Digital obviously helps with that. Digital helps with that. It does make it much quicker.
Yeah. But I suppose a game like that to me seems like it would be the funnest when you're when you are physically all together, kind of gathered around the table. It seems like you'd miss a bit of that social aspect.
Yeah, the animations are cool. The digital, to be fair, to actually see the animated forms of the characters still supplying.
Also, I missed this because we were running our mouths. But what did Seward do overnight? I mean, I guess he doesn't have a stake. So
nothing. Did nothing, I don't think.
So Seward doesn't have a stake, and now this where are they going to get a stake from to kill this Strasbourg vampire?
Yeah, this is rough.
I can't see. The path to victory for hunters is just so narrow here. I'm not sure what could turn this around.
So it's still down an 8. Oh yeah, this is a rough one. I guess he's just digging for horses and just hopes he can then. But then you can have so much of the trail to deal with, and then Dracula just leaves.
Yeah. Oh.
It's
okay. Aristocratic. Well, that worked out for hunters.
Yeah, it did work out. The stake in the hoax stake didn't cost him.
Yeah. And he's only losing his knight action to the delay. So now Van Helsing has to move. I mean, he has to get a start moving east. Because, I mean, Dracula could be in Sarajevo, he could be in...
state's being discarded, by the way.
Oh, another one. Oh no, that's the two that we've seen.
One was the... No, there's another one.
Where did the other stake go, actually? Yeah, maybe they did discard one. Okay, Mina is scanning Germany, maybe. I mean, or maybe she's just en route to the east. But Dracula's not still in Germany, almost certainly. He could be doing some kind of tricky, aggressive play, staying in. Maybe he went Nuremberg, Leipzig, Berlin, Hamburg, and Hyde. But I just don't think he's.
But you're now getting to the point, they are starting to get through the event deck. The threat of CG is real now, so you've got to be a little bit careful about thinking, I'll go to the UK.
That's true. Although, okay, and so the one Heaven the Host was used, but it's back in the draw pile, so in theory, they're back.
Yeah.
They're halfway through the item deck now. So yeah, the CG could be at full power, which means Dracula. Yeah, Dracula needs to watch out for spots like Sarajevo, obviously anything in the UK.
Yeah, Sarajevo isn't a Sarajevo is not a killing blow location, but it can really restrict his movement.
But again, there's no way that they play it right now because they just don't have enough information to go on.
No, they have no idea where he is, right? Yeah, in case those of you in the chat, if you don't know, Strider has a series on his channel called Furious Fridays, where every Friday there'll be a Fury of Dracula video, just friendly matches between different people in the community. So yeah, by all means, go over to Strider's channel and check it out.
Oh, he's playing with Kachek in War of the Ring. That's a game that again, it seems like not in Germany, big surprise. Yeah, War of the Ring just seems so involved and intense. I just can't see. It's a bit like Twilight Imperium, where okay, it's fun, but can I really keep my mental energy up for 12 straight hours?
I think if you know what War of the Ring is all about and know how the game works, then watching Strider's videos is definitely going to be decent. But I never played the game, and I just see the screen. I'm like, I'm just so lost here. I don't know what is going on.
I did that once too. Yeah, I think it was while I was working, so I was only half paying attention, and I didn't know the game at all. So he started just like, oh well, yeah, I'm gonna move this newspaper.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
Zurich.
Oh, well, we did say Zurich, so could it be Zurich Munich then, rather than going around via Prague? Yeah.
I wonder if he went down Italy though, just knowing that they were so far ahead, because they Florence, and he could have been through that before they had any hope of CGing him. But I think most likely it's Zurich, Munich, Vienna, Zagreb.
Yeah, well, he's 4 away from Zurich now. He could be in Sofia now. This is just...
Yeah. There's no reason for him to do something tricky like going back. Just going east just almost guarantees him to win, so no real reason to be tricky.
Rook's saying the biggest challenge with War of the Ring is learning it. Once you've got it, it's quick and fun. Oh, okay.
Quick and easier than Fury of Dracula.
That's interesting.
That's surprising. The review that I watched of it made it seem like an incredibly dense, long, and deep strategy game. So in my mind, I had it kind of on like Twilight Imperium, where it's just a massive mental effort and commitment. But yeah, I should check it out then. I'm always down for something involving hobbits and dwarves. Okay, rolling horses again. Finally getting what he wants out of it.
Because if he can get to Genoa, then Charlie Carriage is going to be decent. I'll get him to 53, but still, he's just so far away.
I mean, yeah, Godalming... I guess Godalming can help clean the trail up, while the others charge east, somehow. But, again, like Seward, how does Seward get east? He's got to walk. Maybe he takes the train to Munich and then walks, but there's just so many moves to... And Dracula's just having a ball out in the east, no threats to him whatsoever, and worst case, he just goes back to sea.
Yeah, exactly. And waits out the clock, right? As long as Dracula has no, like, unnecessary risks here, he's got it in the bag.
I can't see what turns this around. Those two... The loss of those two horses, just ended the game for Randiv.
Yeah. But I think it's very much a case of, like, I don't want to say, you know, Randiv was very much in a... Once the horses were lost, and now what's been happening in the last, like, I was going to Munich? Oh, interesting. Okay. Wait, he railed to Zurich.
Oh, I wonder if he realized... Oh! That sucks.
Well... Interesting. That would have been better if Godalming had been caught by that. It does with Dracula, obviously. Seward, the one who hasn't got horses, it's actually quite good that got cleared for hunters.
Yeah, Godalming can be in Milan or Zurich, and then he can hop over to Zagreb and find out if that's where Dracula went. But yeah, just keep coming back to...
Oh, Marseille might come into play again now.
Yeah, if Godalming rolls badly.
Oh, but Seward's going to get pushed into it, right? Oh, imagine if it is fog. And he manages to trap Godalming. Godalming's going to be trapped behind it. He's going to have to go around the long way.
Oh, that would be brutal.
Oh, there's a charge carriage.
Okay. Yeah, that's the one that he took off of Godalming, I think.
How far can he get to? 1, 2... Oh, he can get to Budapest.
He can get to... Yeah, he can get pretty far in there.
And now then tell... Oh, wait, what?
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay.
I guess he wanted to... Yeah, because it could be down in the Budapest, I suppose. So wanted just to rule that out.
Yeah.
So I should be calling it Italia. I keep using the modern names.
Well, the one that's always puzzled me is Baltica, because
yeah,
the Baltic states are not in that part of Europe. So
nowhere near it.
Why is that called Baltica?
I don't know.
Confused.
Is it a reference to the original book? Are they called the Baltics in the original book, perhaps?
I don't think so. I read it this summer, and I don't remember that word coming up.
Because it's...
And I even Googled it. I looked like Eastern... I just Googled Eastern Europe, like, was Eastern Europe... that. Nothing came up. It was only references to, you know, the Baltic, Latvia, and those. Yeah, so I'm very curious about that.
Yeah, it's very strange. Didn't rule out Venice. Yeah, it could be going down the boot.
Venice, Florence.
Yeah. It's now out of CG range of Florence, so that's not a concern anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'd wager money that it's Zagreb or perhaps Vienna.
Yeah, agreed. Right. Got to go to Budapest there, at least, to put some pressure on Drac. Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah. Oh, Marseille?
What's in Marseille? Oh, Wolves.
Oh,
okay.
It's a Wolves, okay.
Nothing too
no.
Horrible.
But we can dream of a fog.
That would have been an A+ play by Mettking if he had saved the fog for that situation.
We haven't seen any fog at all, so Dracula's just going to be sitting on it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Clutching. And behind the veil got played really early, so there's no risk of it being taken.
Yeah, I think a lot of Draculas might have, played the fogs earlier just to get some use out of them if they think that the deck is going to cycle soon. But Mettking hasn't really needed to.
Hey, Warecraft. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, I agree. You do have to check Budapest.
Oh, wait. What did Mina do on her turn?
Oh, I have been... She must have supplied. Oh, no, wait, what?
And what was in
Wait.
Munich? Oh, Desecrated Soil, that's right. Oh yeah, he ambushed with it, which is kind of weird. I thought he would at least save it. Oh, he's nice supplying. Uh-oh. Oh no. Ooh.
Oh, he got lucky again. I haven't been counting the cards, so maybe the odds are decent. Oh,
a newspaper. Oh, nice newspaper.
Yeah, that saves you a little bit of time.
Yeah, yeah. No, so there's no need to check Venice and stuff. You know exactly where he is.
Yeah. So okay. So Zagreb, Sarajevo, Sofia, or maybe he's just no. There's no way he's going for the castle. Actually, I don't know. Maybe there is. Maybe he just wants to flex on them with that extra IDS from stopping by the castle, but
there are 9 more Dracula cards in the deck, so the odds are against the hunters here in terms of normal.
Oh, in terms of net supplying.
Yeah. But then if you go to the castle, there's a risk of CG, you get blocked in because that could be put in Bucharest, and the hunters will then eventually catch up with you. I mean, I know Wolf Form's available, but you just... I don't think you risk it at this point. Like, Mettking knows that IDS is not going to be important here.
That's true. I don't think... I agree. He's not likely to do that.
You can do it as your penultimate move if you wanted to, because it's going to be, 4th week very soon.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to do style points and Wolf Form into castle and then hide to win, then that's fine. I don't think he'll do it right now. He doesn't want to tell the hunters where he is,
Yeah,
there's just too much risk of a CG, yeah.
Oh, make sure to like the video, Strider. Good reminder. Let me click that little thumb, make it 7.
Inflate my ego when I look at the analytics.
add to Scott Sword's massive pile of money that he's...
I wish. Oh wait, Milan? Not. Oh wait, where did the charter carriage go? Is that the same? Oh, is this the same charter? Oh, it's not. I thought it was a different charter carriage.
I mean, there might be more than one at this point, since there are 3 of them. But we know that Van Helsing took it off of Godalming.
Okay, that makes sense why he's
used one. So he might have.
Makes sense why he's going then. Yeah, that's why. That makes sense why he's going to Milan and not Genoa then. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I stand corrected.
Yeah, it was funny. I was watching there's a kind of bike touring YouTuber who I watch sometimes, and he did a video once explaining like what his income stream is like from YouTube, and it's just incredibly small. 50,000 viewers or subscribers or something like crazy like that, and still he was kind of making about 10,000 a year from that. So it's just like you really have to have a massive following to get any kind of living off of YouTube. Oh, another bat.
Oh.
I wonder if he drops him onto a fighting vampire in Zagreb.
Forewarned. I think you potentially forewarn here, because then the risk of getting pushed into a fighting vampire.
Yeah, that's you hate to use a forewarned on the bats, but in a case like this,
trolling. He said, "I like the video 2 times just for Scott Sword."
Yeah, I think that was the right choice. Canceling those bats.
But then now Fog is now even stronger.
You hate to lose a forewarned like that, but just think of what could happen to Van Helsing if he hadn't.
Yeah. Oh wait. Oh, he moved with horses, so that's 1 horseback. Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
It doesn't even matter if they catch Dracula now. He can just they can just fog it.
Yeah. Yeah, this is.
There's always a chance, right? He's on 10 health, but he might start feeding now. If he's on a port, he might feed.
Yeah, he could be in Valona. He could be in Salonika. He could be in.
Yeah.
He could be in
any
Varna.
port he wants. He could be in Bucharest now. He's going to go to Constanta, so he's even further away from where the hunters are.
Yeah. And there's just no possibility of more than 1 hunter catching him.
Yeah, exactly.
So, hell, even without a fog, I think he is comfortable feeding.
Yeah. Strider is getting some bit of love for Randiv in the chat. I mean, we got the Mettking fan clubs. We need to balance out for Randiv.
Oh yeah, it'd be horribly unfair for Randiv not to have somebody rooting for him. But yeah, he's in a very tough spot.
Oh, still night supply. Yeah, this could be rough here.
Yeah, with the ratio being what it is.
Oh, he's still getting his way.
He keeps getting lucky. Evil presence.
Oh, okay then.
Interesting. Did he hide in Valona? Did he go Valona Sofia? Did he go Belgrade Sofia? Or did he go Belgrade Szeged?
But not on he's not in Bucharest looking to get Black Sea coast. That's important information.
That is very interesting. So yeah, so again, Dracula's a bit tricky. I think Sofia is most likely because he might have gone Belgrade Sofia, and then now he's got 3 ports to pick from.
I mean, to be fair, if Dracula's not careful here, if he gets into one bad fight with Van Helsing, say, takes quite a bit of damage, is forced to go to sea, the Hunters might be able to CG him when he lands.
That's true. That's true.
So this is not over yet. Okay, that's.
I think Dracula would have to bungle it for that to happen. I mean, so if he goes to a port and for some reason doesn't play Fog, and Van Helsing stumbles into him, then yeah, it could. Because Dracula's at 10, so I mean, even a heroic leap 5. And then a couple of
feet available, right? So
yeah. I don't. Yeah, Dracula would have to mess a lot of things,
but not impossible.
Not impossible.
And the fact he has to move 3 days in the final week, as long as there's vampires dealt with in Zagreb, then
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go mute for a moment while visiting the restroom, so I'll be back.
That's fine, no problem. How's everybody in the live chat? I hope you're doing all well. I hope you've had a good Saturday so far. This is the final match of the second stage, so once we know this, then, all the group tables will be confirmed tomorrow. Hard to count the Hunters out. Absolutely, yeah, I think that's the thing. They have been supplying quite a lot. If they've just managed to pick up, a CG and a renewed vigor, and maybe another planned ambush there, there's definitely there's potential here, but it is definitely looking difficult, that's for sure. Dracula's in control. First stage Group A for the win. Yeah, exactly. yeah. That's your adversary from the first stage that you're talking about there, Worm Talent. Yeah. I have seen Draculas in stronger positions lose from this, so you've got to be a bit careful here not to lose focus and think, oh, I have one, let's just do some silly stuff. You gotta keep it till the end. I know, as I said, like, there's not much jeopardy on the line here. It's just pride, but still, for Mettking's sake, he'll want to take the momentum into the final stage. Still moving, not going to see yet. So there's a potential hide in Athens here. Could be hiding in Valona. Could be in Sofia, moving to Black Sea Coast, moving to Ionica. There's still a lot of uncertainty about where he is, which works for Dracula. But then Hunters might just happen to bump into him. But the fact of Forewarned is gone. Fog is now even more powerful. Now, Hunters are going through the item deck, so that third horse could come back, and that might all be that they need. Zagreb has to be dealt with. Do they have stakes? Oh, I see I see how it is, Worm Talon. You're feeling guilty now. Yeah, absolutely. There's so much mental. I mean, we were talking about this. I was saying this with Philly. I don't know if I was on the live stream or just before that. Especially in the final league. I mean, in all games, especially in tournament, but especially in the final league, and when you get to this sort of stage, all the players are good. They're in this stage for a reason. So a lot of it does come down. I mean, yeah, individual skill will matter, but as the gap between individual skill gets smaller, the big difference will come down to mental stamina and just attrition, especially when you're playing so many games in a short space of time. Having to play 2 games a week for in this case 3 weeks, but then the final league will be 5 weeks. That's a lot, and these games are 2 hours long, so an hour and a half, 2 hours long. There's a lot of mental stamina that has to come into it. And Randiv's already played a game today, so I know what that's like. That's a big sort of mental fatigue kicking in. So, and especially the fact that his horses died really early on. It's very easy to throw in the towel at that point. Oh, didn't go to Valuna. Interesting. So yeah, it'd be very easy at that point for Randiv to throw in the towel. So the fact he has stabilized and is able to deal with the trail more or less, has got supplied back up again. We'll have to see if it's going to be too late for him. But has done credit to Randiv.
Yeah, he's I'm back, by the way. He's persisting. Yeah, you have to hope that Mina maybe has a stake here. But yeah, so we must have gone Sophia. Probably Sophia, Varna. Okay, Mina must have a stake then. And is that an aristocratic, or is Mettking just gambling on her not having a stake?
I mean, if it is a fighting vampire, she can just escape route. Not escape route.
Holy circle, yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
So yeah, but also we've only seen, I think, one aristocratic, and we've seen quite a few fighters. So there's a fair chance of an aristo.
I have a hard time with one game of Fods as recommended. Yeah, I know it's. I think it's very enjoyable when you're in it, but yeah, I think the hard thing too is that if you're doing other stuff outside, if you're just focusing on your games, that's hard enough, and it can take quite a big mental toll. But a lot of it is the trick is just like staying calm. It's kind of what I talked about in one of my hunter guides, and it's the same for Dracula as well. Being able to become, becoming as familiar with the game as possible, so then you're not expending too much thinking power when you don't need to. Because I've seen it before with players where I've got no problem with players taking the time to think. There's a lot of decisions involved, but if you use too much energy early, then the big moments at the end of the game where you need to think very clearly with clarity, then you're just going to be too tired, and then you make the wrong choices.
Yeah, playing two games back to back like this is tough too. Like for my two games against Fangs of Fire, where I lost in the stage 1, we did a double header, and just by the end of the second game, I just felt so drained. I just wasn't making as good of decisions. Yeah, it's tough. So
ultimately,
may well be suffering from that.
And you can say that maybe cost you game first spot in the group potentially. The way that
potentially, yeah, because it's true. If I had won both of those games, then Edward and I would have tied for wins, and then it would have come down to IDS. So potentially, yeah. Fortunately, it worked out.
Tied, it's easier for your opponent to trick and trap you. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, of course it is. It's not just tied from the game, but it's also, if you're everyone, all of us, we've all got work commitments, we've all got family commitments, we've got other stuff outside, and there's just like general health and stuff.
Oh, there's the stake. Okay.
Has got a stake. Okay, so that's.
And it wasn't aristocratic. Yeah.
But still, there's no risk of that.
I mean, that was a must kill vampire for them. So, as much as you hate to see a stake go on a non-fighter vampire, that had to happen.
Ooh.
Okay. So he's really not afraid of getting found. He's got to be sitting underneath the fog.
Yeah, I mean it's probably. Let's look at it, right. The two. I mean, Godalming's got a horse and he's back. Seward has a horse, but he's further back. It's only Van Helsing, and he's just uses forewarned, right? So how scared are you really?
Yeah, you're not.
And feeding before 4th week is very well played. So yeah, the timing's all going to work out here.
Yeah, at this point, Dracula's. I mean, he doesn't have it in the bag, but he can just go Black Sea around to Mediterranean, land in Spain. Wolf form to Madrid to avoid a CG trap, and then move a couple times.
Yep. If he really needs to do that, he can do that. Yeah. You might just try and win, staying in the east, but if he gets threatened, yeah, you can just leave.
Yeah, that's the thing. He may not even need to leave. It's true. Just kind of hang out in Stanta and Varna, and for all we know, he might be in Bucharest feeding.
Yeah. Vampire Leg could also hurt here, because I know there's an extra day you'd have to move. That might be enough. It's not over yet. But the Hunters have to start playing with a little bit more. Oh, horse has gone from Godalming. Seward's potentially going to move forward here.
Interesting.
And then Godalming's going to try and get the last horse. Okay, I don't mind that.
Godalming's got a chartered carriage again.
Yeah.
So that means, yeah, it means he's drawn another one.
So you can get onto a rail line. He might be able to get. Yeah, this is. Oh. Okay. So he's gonna move here. He has to, right? If you give him a horse, he has to be moving.
Yeah.
All stakes in discard pile. Knife in discard. But the stakes aren't really relevant here. You're going to be killing Dracula. Stakes aren't good. Well, Vampire Lair, though. That's the only thing. So if he suddenly picked up Vampire Lair, that's a little bit unfortunate. He goes.
Okay. Get him towards the east.
Where's Van Helsing going? Maybe he's hiding in Salonika. Maybe when Sophia Salonika hide and he's now fed.
Yeah, I think the kind of the obvious thing that telegraphing that he's done is he's gone to Salonika and now he's hiding under a fog or whatever, feeding. But okay, well I guess do you check Salonika now?
Oh yeah, but then Van Helsing walking into this could be a death trap.
No, okay. Yeah, Sophia, so that's what we figured.
So he went Belgrade, Sophia.
Belgrade, Sophia. And then, yeah, so now he could be Salonika, Varna, or Bucharest. And Bucharest, that's the real tricky.
Would you feed in Bucharest though?
Well, I think because he's so confident that they wouldn't reach him, and that even if they could, they wouldn't check it.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, possibly.
And now he can walk to Constanta, Pedenafog, walk to Varna, Pedenafog, hide, whatever.
Yeah, and Bucharest's not bad because if they CG him, well, he can move into Galatz then, and he might be able to evade them because he's got wolf form, so he might be able to wolf form back out or do a trick with wolf form hide or something.
But there's no reason why they would even play CG because they think that he's most likely in a port.
Yeah, unless they found it out one way or the other.
Oh, yeah, it's true. A supply could blow his cover.
Nope.
Oh, another nice supply. Okay. And sooner or later, this is going to backfire.
Yeah, I mean, they've already given one card, right? But it could have been something.
Although, I will say, in my Hunter game, I think it was the one against Berg Mali, I night supplied like 6 or 8 times and never once drew a Dracula event. Because the odds, well, at that time, the odds were massive in my favor. It was like a 1 out of 5 chance of a Dracula card.
But still, if you draw 6 or 8 times, you expect to get one Dracula card drawn, right? Even if it's 1 in 5.
Yeah, no, I was still pretty lucky. And I was being a bit loose since I knew that I was locked into the finals regardless. So I wasn't being as careful as I otherwise might. But still, I was counting the cards and seeing unusual odds. But yeah, this time he's gonna get hurt by this if he. But then again, I think Dracula's position is so strong now that if you're hunters, I mean, why not?
But then if he's not careful, if there's a renewed vigor here, renewed vigor combined with a full warn, if it's on the right person, then that could be enough because he might get 3 hunters on. Let's see.
That's true. Yeah, because now let's say he's in Bucharest. Well, again, this is kind of assuming he's in Bucharest. If he's not, then.
Well, even if he's on the port, it doesn't really matter, right?
I mean, if he's on a port now with a fog, he just hides with a second fog. Now he's completely safe.
Well, that's true. Yeah. Oh, he's leaving. What?
He's leaving. Interesting. Okay. I mean, I don't think he needed to.
Didn't double fog.
Yeah, he didn't need to leave.
I guess he's going to save the hide for when he lands, so then he can just stay in place then, I guess.
Yeah. Wolf form to Madrid, hide, or wolf form to Madrid, walk to the...
Or maybe even just, like, fake wolf form and go into Cagliari or something, right?
Yeah.
But then you have to get off again, too. Oh, yeah. Sorry. That's it's been a long week yawn, not this game's boring yawn. What do the chat think? Do you think the Hunters have any chance here of pulling this back? What do you think?
Yeah, place your bets now. What are the betting odds on Randiv at this point? I don't really understand how betting odds work, so I don't know what pair of numbers to give. But another, wow. Oh no, sorry, this is daytime.
Yeah, it's daytime. Yeah. I don't know what should is probably like it's got to be about 80-20 for Mettking's favor at this point, I reckon.
If not more.
If not more, yeah. I mean, the only thing that...
I mean, Dracula has to make at least one major mistake, probably more, to lose.
And then it has to be combined with like perfect hunter play.
And good luck for the hunters. Again, like maybe they could get him with a C after C, but they would have to be very fortunate to be able to pull that off.
You got two things on the trail. You can't ignore them because one might mature, and then that suddenly bumps up things much, in Dracula's favor. But then at the same time, you can't really afford to leave them. I mean, I guess Van Helsing can check them on his way back. Oh wait, what?
Oh, what? Seward is not the one you want to be sending to deal with these.
I guess for efficiency's sake, but then I guess Van Helsing could have dealt with it. Oh no, Van Helsing has to go backwards to deal with Salonika, most likely.
Yeah, but I mean, you could have had Mina go. Well, I guess Mina's undersupplied after using that.
Mina can go to Vienna and then get down to Genoa, I suppose.
Yeah.
The two of the horses can stay back because they can get out of the east faster. But then Dracula might land by then. Wait, what?
Wait, what? No,
that's the wrong port.
Yeah, okay, so he went to Varna, or
Salonika, yeah. I mean, he didn't know which port it was, but I guess probability states it would be Ionian, but then maybe he thought it was like a bluff. Because Ionian port is so obvious, maybe he went to...
I think also, if Dracula had been thinking of staying in the east longer, he might have chosen Varna just so that he could kind of stay there, then go to Constanta, then hide, or... So I don't think Salonika was a given.
Of course, now the deck's reset, so all the vampires are on the table.
All the vampires and both the fogs.
Yep.
Yeah, I think a Cagliari ending is pretty... Or not ending, because that wouldn't be enough to end the game.
No, that's the only point. He needs a vampire to mature.
There's one excellent weather already used. So you can land on Cagliari without worrying too much. Oh!
Oh, there you go.
A night fight. This is gonna... Well, actually, no. So Dracula's at 4 influence now, so... There's no way that bites from this Reckless can change the number of turns needed to win. But a bite or a defeat,
though.
Yeah. Or not a bite, but a defeat, yeah.
He's got a rifle and knife, so...
Yeah. I'm getting a Yeah, defeating him is gonna be...
If you just slow down the hunters, that'll be enough.
Yeah. Oh. Ooh, Shiz run.
Oh, holy bullets, maybe?
Yeah, could be. And that 1 point doesn't really help Dracula.
Oh no, he's got 3 combat items, so no, it can't be holy bullets. He's got...
Yeah, what do you do now? Do you escape?
I think he's just trying to kill it.
You think? Yeah. I mean, the thing is though, it's night, like a strength.
Yeah.
A strength is so dangerous.
Now we'll see. There it is.
Yeah, he expected a knife. Oh!
Oh!
Wow. Okay, I mean, I guess you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, Heavenly Host not being used on Dracula, though.
It hurts. Yeah, that's a Heavenly Host that's not available for the CG. Huh. But yeah, I think there's very little reason for Dracula not to, right? Because he gets 6 points out of that. Now he's at 10, and then he just moves to Mediterranean Wolf Forms and wins. And sure, Godalming could maybe have an excellent weather and land on him, but I don't think Dracula needs to be too afraid of that, especially again with fog. So I think that's the most likely way this will turn out.
So if he moves one more sea space, and then wolf forms, Dracula will be on 9 health. So not in heroic leap range. Kadami's been supplying a lot. He's got to be a bit careful. He might have a second forewarned. So
it's true. I mean, so if okay, maybe so maybe Godalming moves to Genoa today, or Marseille. Dracula moves to Tyrrhenian. Godalming, I don't know, supplies. Then Dracula lands on Cagliari. Then Godalming lands on him with an extra feather. Then Dracula could be in some trouble. But that's a lot of things to have to. Oh wait, where did Dracula get a card from? Was there a night supply that?
It was a night supply, yeah.
Okay.
It was a few turns ago.
Okay, I must have missed that one. All I remember about the night supplies was seeing them keep going the hunter's way and being surprised at how fortunate they were. But yeah, with this ratio, there's no way they could last. That luck could last forever. I think Godalming. Oh, hold on. We know that Godalming doesn't have. He's showing a great strength.
Oh yeah.
So I think Godalming ought to go to Genoa on this turn, and then that way he can kind of threaten the excellent weather at least. But again, yeah, without the ability.
I'll go to Marseille because then you're further forward. If Dracula goes to Marseille.
Yeah, I think Marseille would be the better move there, but yeah, if Godalming weren't bitten, he could have bluffed the threat to Cagliari, but
oh, that's right, yeah, because you can't have excellent weather and forewarned. Yeah.
So yeah, I think Dracula just lands. Sorry.
I was going to say, if Mina goes to deal with Salonika, she's only got Holy Circle and something else. I mean, it's probably fog, but
that's true. It is probably fog, which then. Oh, is he?
Oh, what?
What is happening?
I don't know about that one.
What was that for? Was there a trade that really needed to happen? Or
maybe.
do they think that Dracula went to Black Sea and then Constanta?
Maybe.
And they want to scan to rule that out. Oh no, I'm sorry, that doesn't make any sense because Dracula's not even on land yet.
No. I mean, they're preparing for it.
Maybe, but I don't know, that's an odd move with Seward.
It's all on Godalming.
Yeah, he's gotta really hope that supply goes his way. I mean, he's got great strength, that's good, but what he wants is
on his shoulders. But if he hasn't got horses, then he's got 3 items to fight with.
But again, how does he nail Dracula? Because Dracula just lands on Cagliari, hides, and then sails and wolf forms, and that's game. So you have to get him while he's on. I don't know if Godalming can pull that off.
Will he have the movement to get onto Dracula's space? That's the question.
Yeah, I mean, he has to have an excellent weather. He has to have it for. And I just don't know what the odds are especially because Van Helsing's about to be tied up with this night search or whatever. So even if there are the right events, he might not be available. Move them around. That would be an amazing ending, though, if Godalming did manage to nail Dracula and damage him just enough to stop him from going to sea. Okay, so they're not scanning. Mina's just walking out. Didn't she have a horse? No, she got rid of a horse.
Sorry, why is Seward there? I'm so confused.
I don't understand what Seward was hoping to accomplish. That move right there, as well as what was underneath that rumor in Nantes at the beginning. 2 things I'm curious to see if we can get a post game.
Yeah. Maybe he's aristocratic and Nantes, and he realized, well, I'll take 3 guarantee points rather than him clearing Nantes for free.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be curious to. Now I want to know what Van Helsing does. Is he going to search now and risk it being a vampire?
The fact the game has gone on this long, despite everything that's happened to the hunters, this has been, you know, a testament to show how, you know, resilient hunters can be, and how hard it can be for Dracula to get points.
Yeah, they've cleared everything except for that one new vampire.
Yeah, and just then the bite on Konami, and that's it.
Yeah, Mina walking east like this, I just don't know how it helps if she's got no movement. Walking west, I mean. If she's got no movement, she'll never be able to get to wherever Dracula might be. Oh, okay.
Is this a Z move or wolf form?
He wolf formed. Okay, so he didn't go to Cagliari, or did, but I can't imagine why you'd waste a wolf form on that. Oh, actually, I think it could be a fake wolf form, because now it gives them more things to check instead of assuming that you're in Cagliari. And then you just hide, and then you sail, and then you land normally. Because it doesn't matter where he lands on his last move. Unless there's a vampire there. Then you could end up regardless.
Not that it matters, yeah, true, the river token, yeah. Yeah, the hunters have got through the item deck again. So there's quite a bit of potential here.
Yeah.
Konami must have the horse. Surely.
There's just a lot, there's a lot of places to check if they're going to assume that he's not in Cagliari. Could be, okay, so he could be in Munich.
Wolf form to Athens. I mean, it'd be the last place they would check, right? Because if he got caught, then CG would really hurt. Unless it's Devilish Power, maybe he just doesn't care about CG. But there's ways you can play CG, so then the CG token is played far away. So then it doesn't matter.
But yeah, I mean, he could be in Athens. That would be a hell of a ballsy move. He could be in Naples, Rome. He could be in Munich. Could be in
Bari,
Genoa, Florence,
Verona, Venice, Munich. Yeah, Marseille.
Yeah, there's too many places to check.
Florence even, because then there's no CG won't kill him. So
yeah,
he might be able to devilish power his way out the problem.
Yeah, and again, even if let's say he's in Florence, like, what are the odds they find him?
Yeah,
they probably have, like, odds are they have CG by now, but again, one Heavenly Host is gone, so that's not a full power CG, and yeah, maybe he just, I mean, he could be in, I don't think he is, he could be and not be that worried. Okay, carriage.
Oh wait, he's trying to what?
Where's he going?
Oh,
is he
Naples?
Checking southern Italy, or what's he?
Oh, wait, no, it's Randiv. What? Oh, what is going on?
Where is he gonna go with chartered carriage that's gonna help?
Yeah, I know. Unless he goes into Italy, maybe he thinks he's gone to the boot, and maybe he's gone to, like, Fate Wolf form to Naples, or he went from Adriatic to Naples, perhaps, which would then be really safe from CG, because then you just force him back to Turinian. I mean, if he checks Naples, I get that.
It's not a terrible check, yeah. The thing is, there's just too many things to check. A bad choice.
Where is Renewed Vigor? What is happening? Oh, here he goes. Here he goes.
Okay.
Naples?
It's Naples.
Oh, no.
No luck.
Oh, man. Renewed Vigor would be so key right now.
I mean, they must have one Renewed Vigor at the very least. Well, they might not, actually. I've been 2/3 through the deck and not had Renewed Vigor or Consecrated.
Because if they found him somewhere like Venice or whatever, they could get to Verona next and Weather across. You might be able to get 2v1. Ooh, yeah, this is a tough one.
Honestly, it might be that the Hunters are just having bad luck. Like, I think it was my game against Green that I somehow managed to win just barely without either Renewed Vigor or CG, and I was about this far through the deck, so it can happen. And it hurts a lot to have to play that way as Hunters. Imagine if Dracula went Turinian to Bar, and he's sitting right next to Godalming right now.
I just see they're sweating like, don't move here. Yeah.
Or Rome, for that matter.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, maybe 4. Oh well, Godami might jump over me, so I'll go to Rome because it's 3 spaces away, not 4. So yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if.
Oh.
I was gonna say I wonder if Seward will check Athens. Oh, a lair.
Oh. Wow, he's got 2 weapons to discard.
Good spy.
But that takes his strength down a lot.
It really does. Now, does Van Helsing? He has to search. I think he. Oh. He's letting it go.
Athens. He's going to Athens.
Dracula's in Athens. If Dracula's in Athens, I swear to
God. Oh wow.
Here
he goes. Here he goes. Oh no! Wait, where's he going?
Oh, he's. Okay. He's.
Oh.
I mean, you're okay. So you're abandoning Salonika. If it's a vampire, then I guess it doesn't matter that much. Because actually, wait, maybe it doesn't matter because Dracula moves one more time. Now he's at 10. Then he moves one more time, and then he wins. Unless, yes, so Salonika doesn't matter. There's no.
Unless he was forced to go to sea. And then the vampire matures as he moves to sea rather than having to land again. But I don't think that it really matters if it gets to that point.
Yeah, I think Randiv calculated that correctly. That it doesn't matter what Salonika is.
Yeah, and it's probably fog to be honest. So
yeah. But it does look like Mina is maybe going to check Athens, or at least rule it out.
Nice play. And it's another 100 then.
Man, cards really favoring him.
But then skips with Seward.
Yeah, maybe. Well, maybe he thought the risk was worth it for 2 items in an event, not so.
Just for the event, yeah, maybe. But then, I don't think items are going to win you. Surely Godami's got good items, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's events that you need now. Okay, well, I mean, Dracula can just be in so many places now, and
if he's got enough swiftness, he just wins.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
there it is.
Normal move, or it could be a hide. Okay.
Okay, no unearthly swiftness.
Where do we think he is, chat? Quickly get your predictions in. Will he be found today? There's just so many places, right? We've just been guessing loads of things, but I mean, imagine if he had actually just gone Marseille, like the safest move, or the most western move, right?
Okay,
here it comes. Okay.
The RVST combo.
Yeah, it might be enough. We'll have to see.
It's gonna be enough. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think Van Helsing might need to check Cagliari.
13. But... Yeah, you might be able to get a 2v1 if there is a full warned kicking about. Yeah. Oh. No.
And now Van Helsing is out of commission for.
Well, he can supply. But... Supply is pretty important because he might get the last hired scouts. Yeah.
That's true.
Wow.
Or for that matter, he might get a CG if they've been waiting on that. But yeah. Okay, so Munich. Oh, it was Munich.
Oh, another layer. Oh, he didn't check the layer.
He didn't think about the layers. That hurts.
Wow.
I didn't even think about the layers, but yeah, as hunters, you've got to remember to check those. Interesting, he didn't ambush though.
Yeah, I know. Maybe it's just aristocratic or something. Oh, Saboteur would have been pretty critical though, because he could have stopped the second action.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes me. Yeah, maybe a hoax or an aristocratic they just threw away for something better.
Sorry, Rook. Your comment just got disproved literally that second. That was a layer. Yeah, I mean, I didn't check it either. Yeah, right there. Where is he?
I mean, I think Godalming needs to check one of Bari or Rome.
87.
Mina can check Athens. Oh, it's definitely 87.
Totally 87.
87 is my favorite city.
Oh, there he is!
Oh, does he have forewarned? Nope. Oh,
nope,
well, that's
it.
GG.
That's a GG. Oh, and he didn't ambush with the hide card. Oh, that was bold. Oh, wow.
Man.
And he was there all that time. So the question is, did he wolf form from Tyrrhenian or from Adriatic? I guess surely he would have gone from Tyrrhenian because then he had Adriatic as an escape route.
I think so.
Wow. Didn't ambush with hide card. That's very ballsy.
That is interesting. Yeah. Maybe, yeah. What was he?
I mean, he just reckoned he didn't have a
That's another thing we've got to ask Mettking about afterwards. Yeah, why not ambush? Because Godalming very well could have had the other forewarned.
Mm-hmm.
And then, well, okay, and both excellent weathers are gone, so Mina wouldn't have been able to join the fight, but still, you could beat Dracula. No.
Yeah,
you beat Dracula up. All he does is have to walk to Rome or Naples and that's win. So.
Maybe that's why he didn't ambush, because if it was forewarned, then if Mina jumped... Oh, no, Mina's got child carriage, so she can't get there
Mina
anyway.
can't join, yeah. And
he just banked on the idea that he didn't have it. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
That's interesting.
Oh.
I mean, let's say for the sake of argument, Dracula did do something odd and went to Adriatic, then wolf formed to Bari. A CG could still hit him right now, assuming he doesn't have devilish power.
To be fair, I mean, Workhouse made a good point.
There's the other fog.
She could have supplied and got excellent weather and then ran across, right?
No, she can't. Excellent weathers have been used.
Both of them have been used. Van Helsing used both.
Amsterdam.
I forgot that he did it from the UK.
Salonika to Tyrrhenian.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, there is no excellent weather.
Yeah. Excellent goes off the table.
That's still risky though. I think you should still do it anyway, right?
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's a mob, maybe it's a vampire, maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe it was.
That's a pretty good.
Is he gonna bring out Aggie just in case Dracula decides to get feisty and fight?
Yeah, but no, he's just gonna... Just for swag points, like, oh, look what I've got. There she is.
No reason not to bring her in. No reason not to.
Just for moral support, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, well.
For some reason, Dracula didn't want to fight.
Oh, I wonder why. I wonder why. What a game.
What a game, yeah. That's just such a tough start for the Hunters. I mean, he made a few, I guess, questionable moves early on with kind of moving instead of flying, which, ended up paying off. But, yeah, just risking the ticket economy without the white ones. He paid for that with the game. I mean, game.
And the fact that Mina had to move out of Spain and then freed up Spain for Dracula to do whatever he wanted.
Yeah. And some of that was probably again to do with bad horse draws. Like I'm sure that they had 3 horses between Seward and Godalming, but it was more, I think, risking the horse movements when the economy wasn't safe yet. That's what cost him a chance at the game. Well, not much for Seward to think about here. I think it's GG no matter what. Oh, she supplied CG.
Mina. Oh. I snatched a few from draws of victory. Mina supplied CG if she hadn't been delayed. Well, but playing it.
So the only way that CG would help here is if Dracula went Adriatic.
Otherwise, went Adriatic and then had Vampire Lair to take the influence down to 1.
Yeah. Okay, so Mettking saying it sounds like he did go to Tyrrhenian to Bari, so yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
But yeah, the fact they drew CG so late, that's a tough one.
Yeah, exactly. And only then seemingly renewed vigor only got played. Only got drawn.
He may not have had the other one.
No, that's very unfortunate.
Yeah, that's purely bad luck for the Hunters. I think the mistake that he made.
But the fact that he was able
to twice with.
I said it earlier. Like the fact he was able to stabilize despite all of the bad stuff happening earlier was still very impressive. And to make it go on as long as it did, right?
Yeah.
Congratulations to Mettking, if it wasn't confirmed before.
Yeah,
it's
congrats, Mettking.
confirmed now.
I'll be seeing you in about a week's time, or whatever it is. Actually, Skysword, maybe you can share what you know about the fixtures for the.
Oh, do I? Do people want to know who the first fixtures? Oh, do I do it, chat? Do I tell you who's going to be playing in the first week of the final league?
I think you should.
I could do. I could do, couldn't I? Oh, Dracula, that's true. Dracula 2-0 today. That's absolutely right. Yeah. That's definitely made the win rate a little bit nicer, because in this group, yeah.
Astro Vamp. Okay, so you were right, Skysword.
Take 3 guaranteed points rather than losing both, right? Yeah. Yeah, do people want to know the fixtures? Oh, I'm like teasing you now. I can do, why not? Tournament privilege, I can see it. So, the first week of the final league, here are the fixtures. Captain Gyro will play as Hunters against Mettking. Makajic will play as Hunters against Edward Scissorhands.
Oh, that'll be one to watch.
Oh, indeed, yeah. Philly, you'll be playing Hunters against Pizza Wizard. Edward Scissorhands has to play as Hunters against Gyro. Pizza Wizard will play as Hunters against Mettking. And then Philly, you've got a double Hunter game. You've got your Hunters against Makajic.
Oh, no, that's my downfall.
Well,
nice to have that one. Honestly, I'm very happy to have that game out of the way week 1, because that's the Hunters against him. So it'd be nice to just get that over and done with.
So there you go. Now you know who's playing who. All the fixtures will be released in due course. But yeah, obviously things can be organised ahead of time. But we'll have to give Mettking and jbphilly their well-deserved break.
Oh yeah, it's our time to stretch and carbo load and just rest up, put our feet up for. I guess I'm going with a running metaphor or something.
Makajic say, "Oh hi, jbphilly."
Oh, guess who's looking forward to it.
Final stage is going to be crazy. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Both Philly, your good self Philly, and Mettking have defied the odds. There are only 2 unseeded players, or 2 newcomers in the second stage, and you've both got through. So Pizza Wizard is the only seeded player left, which is pretty nuts, to be honest. Oh, that's mental. And those meet at the beginning. I think maybe 1 newcomer might make it into the final league.
Yeah, couldn't have been more wrong. Oh man, complete reverse of what you predicted.
Or maybe all the old guard know something that Pizza Wizard doesn't. And Pizza Wizard's just saying why are there other seeded players here? What do I don't know?
It's I've never played against Pizza Wizard before, or at least I don't. It's possible that I did in my early days when I was learning and not so good, but I don't recall a specific game against him, so I kind of don't know what I'm getting into.
Well, that's US champion for you. Yeah, and undefeated from the first stage.
I'm certainly not expecting an easy time.
Oh, it's
but in terms of his style and general strategy preferences.
Route of the old guard is complete. Yeah, pretty much.
Almost.
Yeah, pretty much.
Holding out.
Well, especially the old guard, right? Mr. Green's fallen, Quincy's fallen, Pirate Joe's fallen. Burke Marley was around for a long time. And then, slightly newer people I'm not competing, but, Warecraft, your good self. Who else is in that bracket? Randiv, because Randiv was in the previous tournament. Spencer played really well in the European League in the spring, but then didn't make it to the second stage this time. Yeah. The old guard have taken an absolute battering.
I think there's a lot to do with just being in practice, because almost all of those old guard players that hadn't been playing much in the weeks leading up to the tournament, and I think that there's so much. You kind of referred to this earlier, where having things be second nature to you is hugely valuable. You're not expending so much mental energy to figure. This case, you kind of have these things memorized a little bit more, and I think that you probably do lose that over time not playing.
Yeah.
And...
I even noticed it too in the game against. I just played a random game against Mettking. I haven't been playing much over the last few, just because I've been busy with tournament stuff. Any time I've been on Fury of Dracula, I've been mostly spectating, not playing. Apart, I played one game against you, I think.
You played a couple against me,
couple, and I had maybe 1 or 2 against Edward Scissorhands, but that's it. I haven't played in the last like 3 months, and I noticed I was like, oh, I'm rusty.
Rustiness is real, and that's kind of why I was hoping to play against, these kind of first place players who had just had a lot of time not playing. So Pizza Wizard, I haven't. Maybe he'll be rusty. Maybe I'll be able to catch him out as hunters because of that. But of course, with Kachek, I'm not going to happen. And I'd been hoping to maybe play Edward while he was rusty, but I won't have that good fortune.
Yeah, Gyro's played a little bit, but not too much. But then also depends, because I find sometimes it depends on the game. Sometimes if I play too much, I get really tired, and then when I come back after a break, I actually play better. It's kind of like this weird thing.
It's true. So yeah, I am hoping to not play a ton of games during this, just to let my brain rest. But
yeah, but the fact you've had like 6 extra matches, right? You're maybe maybe more fatigued, but you're more match sharp. It's kind of weird, right?
Yeah, we'll see how that plays out. And honestly, though, when it comes to fatigue and things like that, I think for me it's a bit more day dependent. It just kind of depends on how much else is going on in life, that sort of thing. So it may or may not have time away from the game.
But something that Roscoe and I used to say is that, well, Roscoe used to say it, that you can't really go out of practice with this game, but maybe that's been disproved a little bit. Like I think like the fundamentals are always there, but that sharpness to do the really high level things and to see things before they happen, I think that gets lost. You need to have a little bit.
Yeah, it's building instincts that you need to be able to depend on to just kind of have gut feelings that lead you in the right direction, and that gets built up by playing a lot, and then I think it get lost by not using it. It's a bit like building muscle. So yeah, that will be interesting. If let's say Mettking and I somehow end up dominating in week 1, maybe that'll show that being out of practice for a month can hurt you. Although, well, again, not in my case because I've got Kachek, who's never out of. But Pizza Wizard, maybe it's kind of my one hope.
Yeah, I mean, who knows, right? And then, as I said, like with all of the players in the top 6, how many? Because like that's the thing in the final league that we played last year. There's me, Roscoe and I play a lot of games against each other. Mr. Green played lots of games. Quincy, Pirate Joe used to play a lot against each other, and then they used to play a lot against Roscoe and Mr. Green because there weren't many other players about. Warecraft at that time have been playing a lot of games with me, and so we all knew each other. But when you're looking at this 6, like a lot, as you said, quite a lot of it's unknown quantities, right? We don't know how you're going to fare against each other. Oh, no worries, Warecraft and Rook.
These are going to be such fun games to watch. One last question I was going to. How have you seen the meta changing throughout this tournament? I guess my opening comment there would be that I noticed in this past stage where I, did better than I expected. Part of it was that all 3 of these guys had kind of been older players. Like they maybe were more meta, playing a huge amount in recent weeks, and they all, when I was playing hunters, they all an encounter and then a dart. All 3 of them did, and I'm just really, I think that to me that's a leg up as the hunters. Like you may get cards out of it as Dracula, but it's just saves me several turns because I don't have to find the deal with it.
Yeah.
Maybe gets laid, and I was just surprised to see that because I thought the meta had kind of moved on to where the dark. I think these guys might have been coming from another area. Maybe I hadn't developed yet.
Yeah, I agree. You're slightly cutting out a little bit there, but I heard most of your question. Yeah, I agree. When I started watching Quincy's videos, and that would have been, we're looking at sort of 2 years ago at this point, 18 months, 2 years ago. Yeah, that was the thing. It was very much, place an encounter, rumor it, dark call, feed, and then do whatever you want. To evade detection from scouts, you keep the trail low. I think the only thing that Dark Hole's good for is like combo potential. If you can get a really nice line of encounters going, which can really hurt the hunters early. But then you haven't got the follow-up in the second and third week, and that's when the hunters are most dangerous, because they've had time to stabilize and do stuff. For encounter economy, Darkle's not good, Dracula's hurting himself, Zaz's not good either. But yeah, I've seen quite a lot of Dark Call use this tournament, which is kind of interesting to me. And I think that's the thing, if you've got players who played a lot, say, 2 years ago, or maybe even a year ago, but now have been kind of out of the loop and not been asking for many games, and they only come in just in for the tournament, they then see that there's maybe a slightly different way of doing stuff.
And just, us newer players kind of have the benefit of hindsight games, pick up the wisdom of the the players who've been longer, start at a more advanced point than these earlier players would. So I kind of came in knowing that not heavily used as part of Dracula openings, understanding why. I just kind of wonder if that was an example of old meta persisting even past where it had been established as useful.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. That now there's a lot more, more people streaming. I've got my channel now and stuff. Like, anybody who's entering will be entering from a much higher point in terms of knowledge than before. So then those foundation skills are being obtained much faster. So then you've got more time to experiment with the game and to really then go into like the nooks and crannies and really discover, very niche strengths of certain cards. You see the meta shift a bit. Like, I saw it, it's funny, you use dogs quite a bit. And they actually, it was quite effective.
One game where I just made a lot of use of dogs. I don't know that it's like a strategy I pursue. Or maybe it is. Maybe my opponent's watch out for dogs.
But I think even over the last year or so, we've seen like these sort of shifts. Like, bodyguards was probably considered quite a weak, mature, and encounter, but then there's quite a lot of strength to it. Same with spy. I think spy was one of the most underrated ones. And I think I'll pat myself on the back a little bit. I think I was one of the early ones who was like, I think this one's going to be quite strong. And I think especially with fast horse meta, it definitely is. Then high trick was a thing for a long time, but now that's kind of gone out of favor. But then because it goes out of favor, hunters don't expect it, so it has to come back in again. It's just a natural sort of cycle. I think the main thing.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I don't know. I think the main thing I just see from Dracula players is just the old way of just put down a line of encounters and just outrun the hunters. That's not going to work anymore, because hunter players are just getting more and more efficient and just naturally better at using the events correctly and timing things. So now Dracula players, and you see someone like Wakajic, for example, is really good at this, and then so Spencer did it before with his lair strategy. We're going to have to do this a different way. And it's a lot more now opponent-specific, rather than just this blank canvas, like, this is how you play. It's like, no, what type of hunter are you up against? What type of Dracula player are you up against? If you've got a Dracula player who is very, does a certain thing, you might have to split, do a different hunter setup in order to counter certain things about their starts or whatever. That's the thing I see. And I think if you've been out of the loop and not watching videos or not playing actively, that's the sort of information will be missed. And suddenly you get really caught out by a Wakajic or an Edward Scissorhands, someone who you've never seen play before. The meta, I think, it's been subtle, I think, but it's just enough, and it can catch you out.
I think so. And again, like, that long trail of encounters can still be good, but it has to be thought out. You have to think about, why am I putting this set of things first? It can't just be like, okay, put a vampire down, whatever junk in between, and like you've got to construct a bit more of a strategy. Perhaps like kind of what like Mettking did this. He put a vampire spy, and really just like set the hunters up to run into this vampire without being properly armed. A little bit more thought going into it. And then when it comes to hunter opening, actually, I noticed this in my Dracula games in this past stage. All three of these older players started with, well, for lack of a better word, non-Scott sort, where they had, maybe Mina's in Genoa and Van Helsing, and Godalming is in Vienna, or one of them's in Munich, one of them's in Vienna. And I think there was one game where both of them were in Munich rather than Vienna, and that just kind of wide open. But it seems, I don't know. I there's a lot of talk about with what the most effective hunter starts are, but I've kind of been using yours pretty consistently, and it does feel like it covers all the bases as effectively as anything else I've found. So I'm curious how that's developing.
But I feel like the more and more I'm playing against these newer players, I feel I see now weaknesses in my start. So there's going to be, if I do re-enter a tournament again, I'm going to have to think, again, it might have to be opponent-specific hunter start. So I'll use my general start for most matches, but then if I know my opponent's going to play a certain way, it was very likely to, I might have to do something a little bit different. My style was always about efficiency. I feel like that's how hunters should play. You're playing to be efficient, not to be tricksy. Dracula's the tricksy character, not hunters. Sorry, my microphone just spiked a lot. I'm so sorry, people watching. But that's the big thing. But that might have to change. And my hunter's setup was, I never said it was like the perfect setup. There are weaknesses to it. So it's just like, are those weaknesses going to be exploited to such an extent that you then have to find then a counter to it? And that might be the case the way things are going now.
Well, I'd like to dig more into that actually in the future, but I've just realized that we've been on this video for minutes. That's insanely long. So I think I'm gonna drop now. But
same.
Thanks for recording. Thanks for having me, and thanks for.
No worries. Well, thank you very much for joining. It's lovely to have you on the channel. So hopefully we'll have you back at some point. And thank everybody for watching. I know the stream, a lot of people have just left now. I think they've realised they're just chatting.
It's just us.
But no, thank you very much, jbphilly. And congratulations again. Well played to Randiv for not collapsing when it all looked pretty hopeless, sort of midway through. So well played to him, and for also getting into the second stage. And well played, Mettking. We'll see you in the final league. And thanks for watching, everybody. And when the final stage kicks off in a week's time, I'll hopefully be able to stream as much as possible, and you'll see all of the amazing games. And best of luck to all the competitors. And
all right,
I'll see you in another video very soon. Take care.
All right, see you all later. Thank you.